doing it. Hopefully. Maybe I need to reset it again. You know, you never can tell with this old shit. So, Policenauts. There we go. Policenauts on Sega Saturn. This is the fan translation. I don't think they ever made a real English translation. I left the black borders on because that's how I see everyone else doing it, and I didn't want to stretch everything out too much. But I'm ready for a fully cinematic Kojima experience with unnecessary amounts of detail. Oh, is this... Yeah, press start button. I guess they didn't translate this. Hold on. I did test it out. Like, the translation comes through pretty alright. I just don't... Let me see. Hold on. That's what phones are for. I will distribute it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Choose the arrangement. Hey, GSE in 39. I have no clue what this is. I'm gonna say no, that's the default. I think I remember hearing this in Metal Gear Solid. I was like, surprising. Hearing it in this. You got Meryl. In this. Alright, so unfortunately I can't pause during any kind of cutscene, so once I get going on this, is what it is. New game day. Crazy game day too. Oh, hold on. There was a list of what's different here in the Saturn version compared to PlayStation. Let's see. Additional scenes, that's cool. Altered dialogue and a handful of scenes. Additional character close-ups. Additional breast bouncing. Hold on, I think it's doing something crazy here. Let me go back. Additional breast bouncing interactions. I think I gotta do it again. It plays fine, it's just the initial startup can be a bit janky. I think is it 2 times? 2 times a charm. Yeah, so this should be... I think it's, what would you call this? Like a visual novel kind of game. Just a whole bunch of looking at stuff, whole lot of details. Anyway, finally get this thing going. Still no clue why this was not translated, but everything else is. Here we go. It's all Japanese voice acting, and I'm not going to read out the translated subtitles, but... Here we go.
大変長らくお待たせいたしました。ただいまよりポリスノーツを上映いたします。最後までごゆっくりとご鑑賞ください。
2010年 人類初のスペースコロニービヨンドコーストが完成し、人類の宇宙への本格的進出が開始された。2013年、コロニーへの一般市民の移住に伴い、数十万の移住者たちの治安を守るため、俺たち5人の宇宙訓練を受けた警官が選抜された。イギリス・スコットランドヤードからゲイツ・ベッカー、日本の警視庁からジョセフ・貞興徳川、アメリカ・ニューヨーク市警からサルバトーレとスカニーニ、そしてロサンゼルス市警から俺とエド・ブラウン。世界中の警察からえりすぐられた俺たちは、警察権限を持つ宇宙飛行士としてポリスノーツと呼ばれた。
That's it, we're dead. Big cat jamming. Solid Snake. Kojima's just reusing so many assets from different games all the time in the 90s. Like just straight up copying our characters from Lethal Weapon. Oh, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Oh, we're so cool. We're almost to the point of game.
俺はジョナサン・イングラム。30年前、スペースコロニーのビヨンドコーストでポリスノーツとして働いていた。もっとも、エンプス事故で宇宙をさまよっていた俺には、わずか数年前のことにしか思えない。 まだ生々しい記憶だ。妻や友人、仕事、何もかも30年前に置いてきてしまった。あの事故で過去を失った俺はこの汚れた街オールド LA でネゴシエーターまがいの探偵をしてい
Come
る。
negotiator.
幼児誘拐や人身売買のネゴシエート、身代金の仲介、脱獄犯の逮捕などヤバい依頼ばかりだ。だが俺みたいな過去をなくした男にはそんな世の中の海がなければ飯も食っていけない。せいぜい腹いっぱいになるまで頑張るしかないか。さて、
Game.
依頼人が来るまで何をしようか。この部屋には俺の過去を示すものがたくさんある。前方の壁には新聞の切り抜きや写真が。机の上にはあいつとの写真。どれも記憶の空白を埋めるものばかりだ。
Okay. Finally. Finally some interaction. I thought I got stuck here when I was testing this out. I was like, man, not a good start. You can play the game with the mouse, and I tried getting that going, but the movement and clicking works well, but I couldn't figure out how to get the start button connected. Rigged up to my mouse, which is what you use to control your, what do you call it, encyclopedia? Every time you see in the text the little asterisks, yeah, I think it's adding something to the list here. What do we have? Hold on. Can I... There's like all these different categories. All this Kojima bullshit. I don't think I'm gonna read through everything. Like this is just A through C. Oh, what else we got here? Fuck. Come on. Yeah, like actually referencing the video games. Let me just skim through this though. See what kind of weird shit they got. Moonface. Well, maybe what I'm seeing here is the full list of everything and it's not adding to it. Wait, there we go. Alright. Answering machine. It's a video phone with a built-in printer. I've disabled outgoing video. Most of my cases come in over the phone. Clients don't particularly like meeting up in person. Should check out the machine. Maybe there's a call from someone with a case. Leaves a message. Wrong number. See what the next one says.
汚染した水を飲ませてるくせに。くそ。仕事の依頼電話はないか。
Just go through them all, might as well.
ジョナサン、私よ。最近ちっとも飲みに来ないじゃない。しけてるわね。
そうだ。俺はしけてる。わかってるさ。やっぱり事件の依頼は入ってないか。
Did we miss our date?
このヘボ探偵、覚えてろよ、バカにしやがって。いいか、このままでは済まないぞ。覚悟してろよ。
ヘボ探偵か。くそ。仕 仕事の依頼電話はないか。
聞こえるか。オルソンだが、オタクとの取引はなかったことにしてくれ。じゃあな。
また依頼人に逃げられたか。やっぱり事件の依頼は入ってないか。
Still more.
間違い電話とはバカにしてる。やっぱり事件の依頼は入ってないか。
I think that's it, finally. A piece of paper with information on a client. Been asked to look for their 4-year-old son. Just don't see many ransom kidnappings nowadays. Safer for the kidnappers to quickly sell off the victim's organs to organ buyers. They're guaranteed to see a return that way too. Got a bad feeling about this one. I don't even give a shit. It's just something taped to my answering machine. It's a crumpled up piece of paper. It's a note from an old case. I'm not sure when it was. Had it stuck to the phone. Half-empty can of beer. The only beer most people can afford anymore is imitation beer. Sucks knowing how good the real thing is. Guess I'll have some before it gets warm. Nothing but bad memories. Might as well finish it. I honestly thought it couldn't get any worse than space food, but there you go. It's an ashtray I stumbled across at an antique store. It wasn't easy finding one of these. You don't need an ashtray for bent cigarettes after all. Bent cigarettes are cigarettes that don't produce any secondary smoke, which you light simply by breaking off the end. I say light. There's no actual fire involved. They work off a chemical reaction. Even the leaves are specially processed. They don't give off any smoke or ash. Make a room more pleasant, but they're not my thing. The butts are starting to overflow. Guess I should empty it. Nope. It's my gun. Beretta 92F. I've had her since I was a cop. She's a bona fide recoil gun, equipped with a laser sight. I use special 10-round magazines with armor-piercing rounds. I don't carry so I can go around shooting everything in sight. She's strictly for protection. This is a replica of the badge I had in LAPD. Sure does take me back. There's a picture from those days on the wall. I have a replica badge. This is an investigative report to a client, though I haven't gotten very far with it. There's another child kidnapping, but my negotiations with the kidnappers failed. Couldn't save the child. He's probably already been cut apart and his organs trafficked to buyers. Sorry, kid. That's great. It's a beer can. It's empty. It's made by the same company as the other one. My desk is a total mess, come to think of it. It'd be nice if I could hire an assistant or something, but it doesn't look like anyone's up for working at a place like this. I've had help wanted sign posted by the entrance to the building for quite some time, but no takers. They used to use aluminum for cans before, but these are made of biodegradable plastic. You know, maybe by the next stream I'll see if I can get the mouse working with a start button. Because that'd be nice. I mean, all I need it for really is to open up that encyclopedia. Yeah, the Saturn had a 3-button mouse with a start button like in it. I don't see how I shouldn't be able to get a real mouse working with this, but this is fine for now. No biggie. It's a Brady oil lighter. They're the manufacturer of the only lighter still in production. Yeah, because the original game was on PC 98, which I think is just a PC, right? So it would have just been mouse only in that case. You don't need lighters or matches for today's bent cigarettes. These are Muslims, the only cigarettes in the world that still give off secondary smoke. I don't like the pure bent cigarettes you get today. These are mixed cigarettes, part conventional, part bent. The only brand I touch now is Muslims. TM. This is a photo of me and Lorraine at Lucas World.
ロレイン、俺のワイフ。いや、それも過去のことだ。俺があの事故を起こした後、ビヨンドで再婚したらしい。今では他人のワイフだ。日本人とアメリカ人との2世。あいつにはどこか神秘的なところがあった。
I was a cop fresh out of the academy. Look at us, young and in love. Lorraine was a student at UCLA. We met after her place got broken into. She was so naive, the things she'd do sometimes. And that's it. This is me and Lorraine on our wedding day. I was still a cop here in LA. Lorraine dropped out of UCLA after we got engaged. I still think it's kind of funny, like, in the initial, the intro video, talking about, like, the elite squad going up in space, and it's just, like, 5 random cops from a couple cities. Like, seems like it'd be an easier thing to train astronauts to be cops than the other way around. Lorraine was like an angel in her wedding dress. I still wear my wedding ring. I remember discovering right before the ceremony that my rental tux didn't fit. I originally had a black tuxedo. In those days, my life revolved around my job in Lorraine. What's this? Oh, got this pin when I was in the LAPD. The mayor gave it to me along with the award on the wall. It's a pretty nice pin for the time. Can I see these? This is a new newspaper article from when I was rescued from the EMPS's survival ball 2 years ago. I think we can learn about the survival ball. Headline reads, 25-year lost voyage, Policenauts Ingram's miraculous return. I'll read some of the article. Policenaut Jonathan Ingram, presumed dead after an accident during a spacewalk in an EMPS prototype 25 years ago, has been rescued by the unmanned exploration vessel Propaganda. His miraculous survival is being attributed to the fact that he transferred himself to a life pod at the time of the accident and remained in cold sleep the entire time. He's gaining attention as a living example of the effects of 25 years of cold sleep on the human body. It took over a year for my muscles to return to normal after I got back. It's the same. Oh, is it? Ah, whatever. Let's look at my beautiful face. It's a picture of me taken when I was a police nut. This was a relatively small article in a corner of the newspaper. Are there other... Are these all different? It is. This is a newspaper article written at the time of Beyond Coast's completion. It was written 28 years before the article about my rescue. Read some of the article. Basic construction of the world's first outer space colony, Beyond Coast, underway for several years near Lagrangian Point, L5, was completed yesterday. The first wave of specialized immigration will consist mostly of scientists and engineers who will spend 14 months performing checks and gathering data. Immigration is scheduled to be open to the general public in 3 years' time. Beyond's position is shown in the diagram of the left. See, the only thing they hadn't finished was the agricultural ring. Is there more crap here? Here they point out Beyond's location in space. It's in an orbit around the L5 Lagrangian point. It's the red dot. Yeah. Yeah. I have a model of Beyond on top of one of the filing cabinets. It's a model of Beyond. Ed made it for me. Ed's in a couple of pictures on the wall. Yeah, I think this part of the game is just to get you used to you know, it's just basically a tutorial for clicking on shit. Okay, this looks a little different than the other one. There's a newspaper article about my accident that occurred during the EMPS spacewalk outside Beyond. If I remember it, it looked like I got sabotaged. Like, when I was out on that spacewalk, it cut to someone unscrewing something before I started flying off. It was written about 3 years after one about Beyond's completion. What we got here? A malfunction occurred in the vernier thrusters of the Yuri EMPS prototype during a test spacewalk of the device yesterday. The Yuri had been planned for use by the Policenauts outside the colony. The EMPS has since vanished without a trace. The Yuri is equipped with a survival ball. But because no SOS signal has been detected, the chances of test pilot Jonathan Ingram being found alive are thought to be slim. The official test was going to take place the day after. I remember what Salvatore said. "Whatever you do, don't screw this up, Johnny boy. Everyone on home's going to be watching." There were a lot of people opposed to space development back then. It all happened so fast. Before I knew it, the four of them were gone. Everything after that's a blur. When I opened my eyes, I was lying on a hospital bed. Picture me taken around the time of the accident. There should be one more new one. Not this. Is this? Okay, this is new. Article reporting on the success of the first manned mission to Mars. I took part in it while undergoing my Policenauts training. It was written a year before the article about the EMPS accident. Oh, damn it, hold on. It's a picture of me encountering a Mars rover on the surface. It's called Rocky. I read some of the article. 4 astronauts, among them Policenaut Jonathan Ingram of the collaborative Mars project between Russia, Japan, and the United States, touched down on the red planet yesterday. The new chapter in space history comes 40 years after man first set foot on the moon. Okay. I think there's some crap up here. It's our boys. This photo was taken to commemorate the selection of the Policenauts. 5 officers out of all the world's police organizations were chosen and trained. They were called the original cops, after Project Mercury's original 7. We're wearing ejection escape suits here. These are obsolete now. Back then, everyone thought the orange-colored suits were so cool. That's Salvatore Toscanini. Like, just ridiculous names that Kojima comes up with sometimes. Came from NYPD. Apparently, he resigned from Beyond Coast Police over 10 years or so ago. So most of these dudes are probably super old. And I'm a young, blue-haired Mel Gibson. That's Gates Becker. He came from Scotland Yard in the UK. I heard he's risen pretty high up through the ranks of Beyond Coast Police. That's Joseph Sadoki Tokugawa. He came from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department in Japan. He's now the head of Tokugawa Group. I was absolutely ecstatic. But Lorraine, she was against me going to space. Then I went to Mars. That's when we started to drift apart. Sexy Ed music.
俺の人生で最も信用できる親友であり、良きパートナーだった。
That's Ed. Good intro. He was chosen out of LAPD along with me. Ed's still on Beyond as far as I know. Maybe I'll give Ed another call if my next case turns out well. Okay, I think I still have a second thing to say about everyone else. After this was taken, I left Lorraine behind and moved to Beyond. Sadaoki could be an intimidating dude at times. Gates had a real passion for justice. He was always the leader. Salvatore was a bit of an oddball. I could never put my finger on it, but there was just something about him. Sort of guy you don't easily forget anyway. So I think what we're actually doing right now is like waiting for a client, but I feel like that's just the game's just waiting for me to look at everything. Or most things. I was given this award by the mayor back when I was a cop. Me and Ed were a well-known team in LAPD. Bunch of cool dudes. This is a picture from when I was in LAPD. Me and my partner Ed were always together. That badge on my desk is a replica of the one I had then. I was in narcotics at the time. I was reckless with a pretty short fuse. I've carried my Beretta since then. Me and Ed have been good friends since the academy. We were a well-known team in narcotics. That award is a product of our work together. Ed was in the bomb squad before he joined narcotics. There was a lot of terrorist activity back then. He looks a good deal younger here compared to the Policenauts photo. I think I looked at most things.
どうぞ。鍵はかかっていない。
ジョナサン、久しぶり。
ロレイン。
そう、私よジョナサン、28年ぶりね。
今頃どうして？
私、おばさんになったでしょ？あなたは変わらないわ。あの頃のまま。
ロレイン、なぜ今になって俺のところに？
許してもらおうなんて思ってないわ。厚かましいのも分かってる。でも頼れる人がいないの。あなたしか。
何があったんだ？
助けてほしいの。私の夫が大変なことに。
分かった。さあ、入って。
いいえ、ここで結構よ。あなたにこんな姿見られたくはないもの。
じゃあ、ロレイン、いや、依頼人さん。とにかく話だけでも聞こうか。
Yeah, I don't think her face is like covered in makeup. I think that's supposed to be a shadow. Isn't that kind of an ass move? Didn't we come out of our deep sleep like 2 years ago? And she waited this long? Then she shows up and she wants something? I like how the first thing we looked at was her boobies. Is that an L's? They cost a fortune here. Yeah, but this one's a little odd. Or old. They're all the rage here on home, too. L's changes the design of its bag every year and produces it in limited numbers and destroys the production materials. That's why they're so expensive, is it? It's like details on everything. Jonathan, I think I'm being followed. Hold on, I'll take a look. It's alright, I don't see anyone. Well, this is where we were first looking. Jonathan, don't look at me like that. I'm 55 now. Can I like even look at her necklace? That necklace couldn't have been cheap. Yeah, it's pearl. I thought it wasn't easy getting hold of pearls on Beyond. That's right. They haven't had any success with culturing pearls there, and the number produced here continues to drop every year. It's got fancy gloves? Please don't look at me that way. I want you to remember me the way I was when we were together. No doubt about it. It's really her. Alright. Lorraine? Yeah? Ask about her request. Why don't we get to it then?
で、君の夫がどうしたって？
夫の北条健三が3週間前会社に出かけたきり行方不明なの。会社や警察に問い合わせても誰も取り合ってくれないの。
それで地球へ？
嫌な予感がするの。何かあったに違いないわ。
蒸発とかじゃ？
蒸発なんて考えられない。この地球ならともかくコロニーで行方不明だなんてきっと何かの事件に。
脅迫みたいなものは？
いいえ、何も。まるで神隠しにあったみたい。
金目当ての誘拐ではなさそうだ。さっきから外を気にしてるようだが、つけられてるのか？
そんな気がするの。気のせいかもしれないけど。
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those games you have to keep choosing the same options just to exhaust the dialogue. So you want me to look for him? Please find him. You're the only person I got. Hard to look for someone when you don't know what they look like. Got a photo of him with me. Family? You got any kids, Lorraine? I have a daughter. Her name's Karen. Uh-oh, are we gonna... I know you, Kojima. It's just the three of us. My husband, my daughter, and me. We all live together on Beyond. So your daughter's living here there too? Karen's a news anchor on Beyond. A news anchor, huh? She's pretty famous there. She'll be 27 soon. She's still single. Hard to believe you have a daughter that age. I'm in my 50s now, remember? What's Beyond like these days? Beyond's different. A lot different. You wouldn't recognize it either. Everything's settled down there. It's pretty much like an ordinary city now. Beyond will be celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. Things have slowly gone downhill over the years, though. You're always looking over your shoulder wherever you go now, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I get you. It's always been that way in the city.
君が再婚した北条ってどんな人物なんだ？
北条は日系2世で、あの徳川グループの徳川製薬に勤める技術者よ。生真面目で勤勉で、とても悪いことなんかできない人。そうね、写真だったわね。
なるほど。どう見ても悪人には見えないな。幸せそうじゃないか。
ええ。この写真預かってくださるわよね。
強引だな。
You notice anything unusual about your husband before he disappeared? All the years I knew him, he'd been your typical company employee. You'd get up, leave for work, and come walking through the door at the end of the day. Same schedule, day in, day out. Quite a change from my hours. But the past few months, he'd become more unpredictable, you might say. You can't really draw anything concrete from that. You think he'd become involved in something, though? It's my gut feeling, yeah. If there were indications of some sort of trouble beforehand, the chances of it being a ransom kidnapping are pretty slim. How'd you guys meet? I moved Beyond right after you went missing. After how much you hated it, I just wanted to be closer to you in any way I could. I met Kinzo at that Nihonjin Matsuri run by Tokugawa. Nihonjin what? It's a festival for Japanese people on Beyond. So why were you there? I have Japanese blood too, remember? Forgive me, Jonathan. I couldn't have survived on my own. I was lonely. I wanted someone to be there. That's when Kinzo came along. Okay, so some of these options just go away when you exhaust them. I don't think all of them, though. It seems to be like... I can check out the previous ones. Let's see. Please help my husband. Do you have any information besides the photo? Yeah, there's some clues. Okay. Let me... Please find him. You're the only person I got. All I have is that 2D photo. Do they make 3D photos here? Yeah, I got some clues. Let's see. Just 3 of us. Loving husband, successful daughter. Must be nice. Jonathan. Your daughter's still single. Okay. Just behavior. He'd become angry and frightened. It wasn't like him. I'd never seen him break down like that before. So you're saying someone might have been targeting him for some reason. He never told me what was going on, whatever it was. Tokugawa. The conglomerate's reach doesn't stop it beyond. They more or less run space, and Joseph Sadoki Tokugawa runs the group. He's just as well known on home as he is out there. If Hojo's a Tokugawa employee, I suppose we can't totally rule out he was kidnapped. You could get good money out of that, I'd imagine. No one on Beyond would even think of messing with Tokugawa. They're too afraid of the retaliation. It wouldn't be worth it. They took advantage of the space development boom more than anyone. They essentially have the power to shape space's economy however they want. Is there a second wave of Japan bashing going on there? No, just the opposite. Thanks to Tokugawa, the colony's economy is flourishing. But everything else is another story. Clues?
君の勘だけではわからないな。さっき言った手がかりっていうのは。
北条から預かっているものがあるの。カプセル剤と葉の切れ端なんだけど。
A leaf?
なんだかわからないけど、重要なものらしいわ。
カプセルと葉か。
自分に何かあったら、これを警察か信用のできる人のところへ届けるようにって。
信用のできる人か。
ね。蒸発なんかじゃないでしょ。
Yeah, so the kidnapped guy gave those to Lorraine.
まだその手がかりの品を見せてもらってはいないが。他に何か手がかりは？
口癖のように言ってたことがあるの。プラトーに何かあるって。
プラトーに何かある。何のことだろう。
Anything else? Oh. That's it. Will you take a look at the things Kinzo gave me?
どっちからでもいいが、その葉の切れ端ってのは。
これがその葉よ。見たことのない葉だわ。
しかしなぜ半分なんだろう。
最初から半分だったわ。預かってくださる？それ。
See if you can get it analyzed. The leaf is gone.
じゃあもう一つの。それは？
これがそのカプセルよ。
何の薬だろ
う？わからないの。
徳川製薬に関係するものだろうか。
これ預かってくださる
？Let's try to get them analyzed. Plato. Could he have said Pluto? To be honest, I'm not sure anymore. We still haven't been to Pluto, though.
依頼の内容については君の話で大体分かった。確かにただの蒸発じゃなさそうだ。
ジョナサン、引き受けてくれるわよね。お金なら心配しないで。お金はドル？ 縁？
待ってくれ、ロレイン。
Of course I'm gonna accept the case.
ロレイン、即答はできないが考えておくよ。
ジョナサン、引き受けてくれるんじゃ。
悪いがしばらく考えさせてくれないか。今日のところは。
そうね。
すまない。これは預かっておくよ。
Can I talk anymore to her?
わかった。また来るわ。
Don't leave.
週末までビバリーヒルズのホテルニューローズにいます。いつでも連絡して。ジョナサン、私許してもらおうなんて思ってない。あなたの帰りを待ちきれなかったの。ごめんなさい。あなたが救出された時、私心から嬉しかった。もっと早かったらすぐにでもあなたのところへ飛んで行けたのに。それが言いたかった。
ロレイン、ここへはどうやって？
ホテルで車借りたの。クラシックな感じの。
そうか。
会えてよかったわ。じゃあ。
Yeah. I guess we get no more talkie time with her. There were options, though. I think I just chose the ask options. Whatever.
ロレイン、俺も会いたかった。もっと早くに。
Not suspicious.
車から離れろ。奴はどこへ行った？
Oh.
撃ってきやがった。
Oh shit. Hold up. Oh man. Please pop up here. Got him. Got him. Got him.
感触はあったな。
Hey, Curse.
見えない。早く行け。
I see those feet, man.
くそ。どこに隠れた？
Snatcher that likes to waste more of my time. Yeah, I kind of. Wait. What? I shot him in the knee. Oh. Come on, baby. Come on. All right. Good enough. Hey, GSC.
路地へ逃げ込んだな。逃がさんぞ。
Well, we get more boob squeezing interactions with this game. Should be compatible with the stunner. It's not sure what the stunner is, but it is compatible with some kind of virtual gun and the Sega Saturn mouse. Yeah, it's let me see. I think you can. The hell's that? Well, I can't... It's not anything like you access from here, you just plug it in and it is compatible. Before the next stream, I'm gonna see if I can get the start button working on my mouse. Because as you might imagine, it's a bit easier than using the D-pad to scoot stuff around. But for some reason, it's not recognizing any buttons on my mouse as a start button. So it's basically just, like, those would be my only options, is looking, talking, backing out a menu. But I wouldn't be able to open up this ridiculous encyclopedia. Yeah, there's no way in hell I'm reading all this. My semi-hard space that you want to read about, Snatcher? Can you make a video game and then call your video game a cult video game? Like that meme where you're putting a medal on yourself? It's a strip club with dancers who've undergone complete sex changes. Sign me up. I was inside for a case once. They're called transgenders? People who have had a sex change through genetic modification. The city's famous for them. He put such, like, ridiculous details in the game. It's the restaurant's sign. It's purposefully low-key. It's the last place you'd want to take your kids. It comes off as some innocent little bistro, but their real business is selling VR child porn. Let's get it. Let's just go in the alley where it's less seedy. It's an alleyway. It goes back quite a bit. Okay, here we go.
Yatsu wa doko he nigeta? Kusso. Ashi ato ga oe nai. Koko ni wa yuki ga haitte konakatta no ka.
You wouldn't say that, seeing this obvious semen trail. Some kind of liquid on the ground. Looks like milk. White blood. It's running artificial blood. Kojima, like, made a note of that for, like, Raiden in the Metal Gear Solid series. He'll have white blood too. This is blood. It's further back. Yeah, so I tested the game, like, all the way up through, like, just a bit past this area, because I was trying so hard to get, like, this is what I'm using. I'm using the, like, 8-bit DOE, I guess, Genesis / Saturn controller. It works alright. But because the game was, I think it was really developed specifically for that PC 98 in mind, where you just be using the mouse. I'll try to get that working before the next stream. Made out of brick. Doesn't look like there's anywhere you could hide. I don't think I can go, like, straight back here, if I remember. Continues further back. Well, maybe I can. Let's just say fuck on the side of the garbage container. Where is he? More blood. Must be around here. This was done with spray paint. Definitely doesn't look like blood. Looks like it's already here. It's a dumpster. There's just enough room for someone to hide behind it, or maybe even in it. I'd have to get closer to check it out. There doesn't seem to be any blood stains on it. These garbage bags have been placed next to the dumpster. They're made out of biodegradable plastic. Plastic has started to decompose. It must have been here a while. Oh, you know what I forgot too? Let's see, what is it here? Yeah, there's two buttons on the controller that it seems like cycle between. There's like this triangle. I think it's kind of a quick movement thing, so you don't have to just use the D-pad. But wait, I guess I could maybe try that for shooting, but I don't know. Couldn't possibly be inside one of these. I don't know. Is this something under the bed? No. Is he in this drum barrel? Doesn't look like he's hiding inside. No sign he used to climb up somewhere else either. There aren't any blood stains on it either. The wall's got pipes going up and down it. These pipes. They have barbed wire on them. I doubt anyone could climb them. They must be water or electrical pipes. He certainly could be in there. There's something about it. Better be careful around there. Son of a bitch. Can't see a thing. That other doorway is a possibility too. It's too dark to make out anything from here. The alley goes back some more. Has to be something around here. Did I not look at the blood? It's bleeding a hell of a lot. Trail stops here. I mean, it can't be far away. Must be somewhere around here. No? Wait. Too dark. Let me check around some more. That's where his blood stops too. There are wooden boxes filled with empty bottles. They'd be the perfect size for someone to hide behind. Oh. Okay. Up they... I don't think I can just hang out. It's obviously an animal or something. Let me see. Hold on. Actually, those two buttons I used to scoot around quick, they don't do jack shit in this mode. I guess I can test out the buttons to see if... Is there an... Oh, whoops, sorry. Oh, it actually did put a bullet hole in that. God, is there a... Hold on. Okay. I think there's a... Yeah, if I hold down this button, it goes pretty quick. Oh, sorry. What? Oh, what was that? Oh, was that my reload? When I was testing this out with a mouse, I thought you had to do like, and you can just click down here like old shooters. The old arcade shooters. There. Got him. Oh, I knew it.
Yes, sir.
Are you here? Just... There we go. Should I just... I wonder if you could just wait. Yeah, why not? What? Easy peasy. Like, I'll just tank him. I gotta tell you, I always hated the shooting sections in Snatcher. At least he doesn't hit me every time. I'm waiting. Maybe he's gotten wise to my tactics. Wait. Oh. Come on, baby.
なぜだ。手応えはあったはずだ。奴は不死身なのか。
Please no more. Can I finally chase him? Please let me chase. I'm not gonna let you get away.
奴は恐ろしく足の速い奴だ。しかしこの先は行き止まりのはず。地面に何か書いてある。これは文字のようだ。さっきのゴミ箱の落書きとは質が違うようだ。なめた野郎だ。挑戦状のつもりか。
Is that how it looked in just the original version of the game? I just imagine a bunch of Japanese people like, I don't know what the hell this means. He left this message for me. He should still be around here though. There are more wooden boxes here. These are empty though. There isn't enough room to hide behind these. More boxes here too. Doesn't look like he's here. Is he hiding in a spot like that again? You're gonna kill me, huh? So what's taking you so long? Show yourself, asshole. It's a concrete wall. I don't see anywhere you could hide. The only place someone could hide would be that hollow over there. Can I not go down here? Can't really tell from here. Well, then go there. I don't think you can climb this. Even if you use the boxes as a foothold, you still wouldn't get anywhere. Advance. Wait, can I... Can't just go running down here. Could be waiting to ambush me. Is there another... It's hard to tell where the openings are. I don't think you can climb this. I guess this is an opening, but this isn't. What about over here? Killing me, game. Do I have to look at these boxes some more? Isn't here. Not here. Look at this some more. He wrote this in his own blood. The guy's a psycho. Okay, here we go. Save over my super long test save.
Yukiが止んだわ。よかった。またあなたと一緒に星が見られた。会いたかったわ。この28年間。
ロレイン。
その時計まだしてくれてるのね。
時間にルーズな俺に君がくれたものだ。
私たちの時間は止まっていたのに。ジョナサン、お願い。カレンは病気なの。助けてあげて。カレンは。
ロレイン。ロレイン。
知り合いか。
友人だ。古い。
かわいそうに。ビヨンドから来たんだろう。
いや、戻ってきたんだ。戻ってきたんだ。俺のところに。
本日は ASL
797便をご利用いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。当機はグラビティターンに移り、順調にビヨンドコーストへの軌道を飛行しております。なお、これより先は無重量状態となりますので、ご気分の悪くなられた方はウィンドウ脇の呼び出しボタンを押してお近くのスチュワーデスまでご連絡ください。
どうしたんですか？気分が悪いようですね。
宇宙は苦手で。
宇宙酔いですか。珍しいな。宇宙は初めて。
いや、昔事故で宇宙を漂流して、それで宇宙恐怖症に。
それは大変ですね。スチュワーデスに行って薬をもらったらどうです？コールボタンなら壁の赤いスイッチですよ。
いや、まだ大丈夫。
気を紛らわすには話すのが一番です。隣に座ったのも何かの縁です。よろしく。私はレッドウッドです。
ああ、イングラムです。よろしく。
Okay. Oh, this guy obviously did it. I mean, come on. Creepy pale dude. Like, we did shoot the guy. I think he was bleeding on his right arm. Yeah, we got the sass. What do we got? Some kind of space sickness, right? As opposed to just ass. Acronym for Space Adaptation Syndrome. Type of temporary sickness caused by exposure to the weightless environment. Said the cause of SAS is a vestibular disorder whereby the vestibular system undergoes a paralysis, causing one to lose one's sense of balance. Symptoms include dizziness, cold sweats, headache, fatigue, vomiting, and in particular, a false feeling of falling over that does not occur with ordinary motion sickness. Most effective treatment is an intramuscular promethazine injection. Conversely, the symptoms experienced when moving from a 0G environment to a 1G environment are collectively called Earth Adaptation Syndrome. Boing. Wait. VR pornography, virtual reality software featuring adult content, also known as AVR or adult virtual reality. One of the darkest sides of VR disregards the virtual reality ethical guidelines. Type of entertainment has become a problem for a variety of reasons. There was another game I played that had like this kind of thing, like this is a link. So it's like sometimes you get links between these definitions. PVR acronym for personal virtual reality. Virtual reality systems designed for home use consisting of a data suit visor, computer and network connection. Numerous types of software are available for download. Okay, I guess we're just talking to the creepy guy. I don't know what's written on his head. Can we just look at that? Sorry if I'm being rude. It's that writing on your forehead. It's my tag. All Frozeners have one. Hold on, that popped up in a thing before. A person created from an artificially fertilized egg held in cryogenic storage by a government, which is later transferred to a surrogate mother for gestation and delivery. A Frozener's egg is inserted with genetic information that makes the individual better adapted to space's environment, allowing them to endure a wide range of activities in space that would give a normal person great difficulty. Since Frozeners are legally in a class of their own, they are tattooed with an identification code on their forehead. Frozeners are common on Beyond Coast and are not discriminated against in any way by other Beyonds. Many are employed by the military or work in government positions. Frozeners call the government, which raises them, the breeders. It's rumored they are also given anti-aging treatment through telomere lengthening. Oh baby, lengthen my telomeres. Yeah, like this guy clearly did it, right? What? See, you injured your arm. Just burned it a little. Yeah. Must be painful. The best environment for treating a burn is zero gravity. Mind if we talk? Yeah. Ask about background. Your skin looks a little... It's always like this, yes. Why is your skin that color? Because of my artificial blood. My red blood cells are actually white. White blood. I use first generation artificial blood, which is less complex than the third generation kind you see on home. You from beyond? Yes, I was born and raised there. I had a family matter to attend to on home. And yourself? You a terrestrial? Not exactly. Used to be an amphibian. You know, going back and forth between home and beyond. An amphibian? You're one of the amphibians? It was a long time ago, back when we were called astronauts. Might not make much sense to terrestrials, but beyond is home to me. To be honest though, I guess Frozeners don't really have a home. First generation artificial blood. You in the military? Something like that, yes. Something like that. I'm a Frozener after all. So what about that injury to your arm? Yes, what about it? Never mind. You must be a pretty busy guy. Not really, no. After all, space has been at peace the entire century. Beyond's a very nice place. Has 1G artificial gravity and its own plant life. Terrestrials enjoy it a lot there too. If you want detailed information, you should talk to the stewardess. I will. What do you mean by Frozener? Frozener is someone created from an artificially fertilized egg held in a cryogenic storage by the government. Is this the exact thing it says in the encyclopedia? Breeders, as we call them. Yeah. Heard a little about them. There's still a severe manpower shortage in space development. You sound like I'm boring you. What does having artificial blood do for somebody? Artificial blood has a higher oxygen transportation efficiency than normal blood, so it makes heavy blood loss less of a life-threatening condition. The body's functions aren't negatively affected in areas of low oxygen density either. Yeah, it's perfect for people working in space. When are we gonna arrive? We've just passed the halfway point. Hey man, I got this sweet photo. You don't see that photo much anymore. The Policenauts are from before I was born. I got this leaf, man. Is that from a terrestrial plant? Got these drugs, man. If those are for SAS, I don't need any. It's my old wife. It's a photo of me in the rain from when we went to Lucas World. Is he gonna react? It looks like he has zero emotion. The one I had sitting on my desk in the office. Never hurts to think ahead. Is that your wife? No. Oh, so is she your girlfriend? I think I can ask. Alright, let's get this stewardess in here. I don't think I can... Can I look at him anymore? As advanced as it might be, that blood sure does take all the color out of his face. Looks like a zombie or something. He's just like any normal person, though. Remarkable, isn't it? An emotionless vacuum, which only the tiniest of organisms can survive. Is this something above the buttons? No. There's a button to call the stewardess and a button for the TV there. I'm gonna try talking to the stewardess for a bit. Call the stewardess over.
Hi, どうなさいましたか? 顔色が悪いですね。宇宙酔いですか?
ああ、
Ah,
緊張なさらないで気を楽にしてください。
ありがとう。
何か私にできることございますか？
I think this is our first Kojima moment. You have exquisite legs. Thank you. But in zero gravity, the legs appear thinner than normal because your blood collects in the upper half of your body. It's called bird leg. It's a really tight skirt. It's a special skirt designed to prevent SAS. Puts pressure on the abdomen to prevent excess blood from moving to the upper half of the body as much as possible. Our entire uniform is designed this way. I mean, it could have just been pants. It didn't have to be a skirt. Kojima. We also wear elastic stockings to help stimulate blood flow to our legs. Uh-huh. You really do have nice legs. I see you're one of those smooth talkers. The touch. Hold on. That was an option there. What do we got up here? Oh, are you not wearing a bra? You look so perky. That's right. You don't need a bra in zero gravity, nor do you need to worry about your hips, breasts, or cheeks sagging. I like how she's being so scientific about it, like she doesn't give a shit. Yeah, I see what you mean. Please don't... Please don't look at me like that. What happens here? Would it bother you if I touched your leg? Ah, get your hands off me. I just thought I'd take a hands-on approach to learning about the effects of zero gravity, that's all. You know, I don't think I've ever felt a pair in zero gravity before. What are you doing? This must be what, when I went over the differences between the PS1 and Saturn versions, it did say there's more animation on the breast interactions. You're really cute. Your face is a little chubby though. In zero gravity, your blood collects in the upper half of your body, causing your face to swell a little. It's called moon face. Miss? Yes? Oh wait, hold on. Have her stay. Is there anything else I can do for you? Can you stay a little longer? Can we are we talking about these? Because I was just looking. Miss? Yes. Oh, it's just regular. How much longer will it be till we arrive? We're not far from beyond now. Let's go about beyond. Beyond Coast, mankind's first space colony was completed in 2010. Since immigration was open to the general public in 2013, the colony's population has grown to approximately 1 million people. Nearly 1/3 of its current population is made up of second-generation inhabitants. Medical definition. I wonder if we even need to go and look at these encyclopedia entries at all, if they're going to be included just in normal conversations. Symptoms of one experiences during adaptation to zero gravity varies from person to person, but over 50% of people develop symptoms within 1 to 2 hours of entering weightlessness. Oh, look at all this. Too much detail. Normally we would spend the night in Earth orbiting space station and then travel the rest of the way in an orbital transfer vehicle. But this is a direct flight to beyond, which takes about 2 days, so we'll be there soon. In accordance with stricter space debris regulations, the plane doesn't eject waste out into space like before, so you won't get the chance to see any space fireflies like Project Mercury's astronaut Glenn, or Milky Ways like Aurora 7's astronaut Carpenter. Space food has vastly improved over the years, and it's actually quite tasty now. Following the latest trends on Earth, we even offer Japanese cuisines as well. However, because food doesn't taste as good in low air pressure environments, we don't bother using any exotic flavorings. Well, maybe that's why it doesn't taste very good. The fuel tank, which contains liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, is considerably big. There's only enough seating space for 30 people, including crew. Oh wait. I think there was one more. I've noticed it's extremely quiet aboard. The walls of the plane are reinforced with... is it an E? Piezoelectric elements. They cancel out the noise from the plane by bending in the opposite direction of the vibrations outside. That's why it was so quiet when we were leaving the atmosphere, wasn't it? Show? I used to be a cool dude. You recognize this photo? Yes, I've seen it in textbooks. They were Beyond's original cops. You don't recognize me? You're going to Beyond to learn about the Policenauts, are you? There's an exhibit on the Policenauts at the Astronauts Memorial Museum. She doesn't recognize me in the picture. You ever seen the man in this photo before? I don't know either of them. What do you think of this picture? Wow, she's beautiful. Got these drugs. You ever seen capsules like these before? You feel sick? If you're feeling sick, I have medication for SAS with me. I got this leaf, man. Is that a pressed leaf from Earth? Don't forget that if you're taking plants into Beyond, they need to be inspected at the spaceport. I think you can give me something for my SAS. It must be really uncomfortable for you. But these things do take a while to take effect, you know. You might not need it in a little bit. Yeah, I know. But I'd still rather take something. I think you'll be alright. I'll be arriving at Beyond shortly. Yeah. Here's a Relax Effects then. Relax Effects? Who makes this? Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Oh really? Thanks, here goes nothing. What was that? Well, now that my SAS went away, it's flirting time. How does you and me having dinner under the stars after we land sound? I don't know if that's such a good idea. Just trying to do my job, you know? Alright, wonder if we have time to watch the TV. Can I assist you with anything else? Thanks for your time. You're welcome. Call me again if you need anything. And this guy's just judging us the whole time.
そうですね。宇宙酔いも楽になりましたから。
何かあれば起こしてあげますよ。
それじゃあ。
I don't want to sleep next to this dude. No TV for us? I feel like I'm missing the tiny good things.
お疲れ様でした。当機は間もなくビヨンドコースト宇宙港に到着いたします。到着ロビーにて国際宇宙検疫制度に従った消毒殺菌、入国手続きをお願いいたします。なお、ただいまジュースと食塩錠剤をお配りしております。フライト中に体外へ流出した体液を補給するようご利用ください。本日は当 ASL のスペースプレーンをご利用いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。またのご利用をお待ちしております。まもなくビヨンド宇宙港に接岸します。
You know what I need to do? Insert disc. Well, aside from insert disc too. Let's see. Is it this? There we go. Turn that. Wait. Oh, the shit. What did I just push? Turn that autosave on. Because I don't think that just the in-game save is enough when it comes to the Mister. You have to, depending on the console, maybe do something else. Otherwise, you get a moment where your save is missing the next time you fire up the game. Makes you sad. Okay, now I never tested swapping disk. It better work. It is kind of weird though, we're going straight to disc 2. I wonder how much swapping we gotta do. Hold on. I think, I don't think we, let's see how we do it. Hardware, blurred bullshit. How do we do this? How do we do this? I could just like reset. Because with some of the other consoles on this, there's an option to like simulate opening the disc tray and then closing it. And I don't think right now it's like checking. Not checking for a new disc. Let's see. Is there disc? Like I could. God, do I want to reset? Let me see. Because I'm trying like every button here. Yeah, maybe that's one thing missing. It might be one thing missing on this this core for the Mister. Okay, what I'm gonna do is reset and pray. Yeah, that's one thing that's really tough to test on some of these old things is disc changes. So hopefully on disc 2 here it'll still let me choose. Oh, that's all I had to do. Okay, noted. You just pop it in and hit reset. Yes, it's just a little different in the Mister for each console. It's kind of, it can get confusing.
天と地が一つに見えるところ。ここは本当のあの世、ビヨンドかもしれん。地球でのネゴシエーター特権もここでは通用しまい。一人で北条の行方を探すのは困難かもしれない。エド・ブラウンに協力を仰ぐのが賢明だろう。奴なら快く引き受けてくれるはずだ。エドはビヨンド警察 BCP にいる。奴も50代半ばのはず。ポリスノーツ時代からだからきっと BCP でも出世してるに違いない。念のためにポリスノーツ時代の写真とロレインの写真を持ってきた。何かの役に立つかもしれない。BCP はこの宇宙港の近くにあるはず。まずはエドを探しに BCP へ急ごう。
Hey, Midnight Pearl. Welcome on in. I'm so sad we missed out on getting to see the TV in on the flight. Yeah, Kojima's he gets more full of himself with every game, and I love it. I love it. Jumbo TV screen showing news from BBC. There's just so many details in this game. Like I'm just not gonna get everything. Like I bet there's a detail looking at the damn floor. Spaceport's near the center of the colony, so they've covered the floor with adhesive carpet to counteract the low gravity. Some people call it theater carpet. So I can walk fine in regular sneakers. Does it make like sticky sounds when you walk? That person looks like they're waiting for a flight. Does it say that about everyone? Space travel's a heck of a lot easier now compared to before. In our day, we had to undergo a 150-point medical exam in order to get off the ground. Can I not see the TV? This is our chance. Maybe I'll watch a little of the news first. Yeah, it might be the same as the one I could have got earlier. That's Karen. Lorraine's daughter.
こんにちは。ニュースオーダーの時間です。ビヨンド内でパーソナルバーチャルリアリティ用のわいせつアダルトソフトを違法制作・販売していたゴールド映像の関係者3名と PVR に出演していた AVR 女優2名が検挙されました。調べを受けたゴールド映像ではこれまで50タイトル以上もの PVR 用わいせつソフトを通信販売、年間50億円もの荒稼ぎを行っていた模様です。今回 AVR 女優までもが検挙されたというケースは初めてのことです。わいせつ AVR は手軽に家庭内で遊べることから未成年への悪影響が問題沙汰されていた矢先のことでした。
ここでもポルノ VR が流行してるらしいな。
以上 BBC からお伝えしました。
Check this out again. There might be other news reports too. Yeah, I really like the Metal Gear Solid series. I haven't played all of them. It's been a while since I've played the earlier ones, but yeah, I always liked the in-game help system, like by just talking with people. It was so cool. I remember being so disappointed. Was it Metal Gear Solid 4, where there just wasn't that much going on with that kind of thing, and that was like coming down from 3, where it was so good. Oh, and in this game it's just full on Meryl, like same name, same style. He just uses a lot of his assets between games. Which, why not? Why not, you know? Yeah, let's see. I'm just gonna see if there's a bunch more of these.
それでは次のニュース。現在、ビヨンド内でのナーク中毒者が急増しております。事態を重く見た BCP ではビヨンドでのナーク根絶を図るため特別チームを編成、ホームからのナーク流入ルートの解明を急いでいるとのことです。ナークはアヘンから作られる合成麻薬でモルヒネ型依存症状と LSD などの幻覚誘発症状をも兼ね備えた麻薬の帝王と言われるものです。宇宙推進事業団によりますと宇宙開発におけるナークの依存度は 30% を超えると報告されており、宇宙でのナーク中毒者は増加の傾向にあるとの見解に達しております。以上、カレン北条がお伝えしました。
That must be related to the capsules in the leaf that I got. Some more. I'm assuming he'll stop me when there's no more new TV. I hope.
次の話題です。今、全世界的に移植用臓器が不足しています。宇宙開発における宇宙環境の影響により人体へのさまざまな障害が起こっています。
無重力状態や宇宙船などにより臓器の疾患、異常が急増しており、このままでは十分な移植が賄えないとドナー不足に対する大きな不安が寄せられています。宇宙推進事業団ではホームの移植後進国などにドナーネットワークへの加入を呼びかけています。以上 BBC からお伝えしました。
She got Botox forehead like nothing's moving. No emotions. You'd figure in like a world like this there would be artificial organs so they wouldn't have that shortage. She's saying it with a very straight face.
もう一度お伝えします。
Oh, is this?
今、
Okay, so
全世界的に移植用臓器が不足しています。
I can't skip these
宇宙開発に
either.
おける宇宙環境の影響により人体へのさまざまな障害が起こっています。無重力状態や宇宙船などにより臓器の疾患、異常が急増しており、このままでは十分な移植が賄えないとドナー不足に対する大きな不安が寄せられています。宇宙推進事業団ではホームの移植後進国などにドナーネットワークへの加入を呼びかけています。
Okay, we gotta get out of here and find Ed. Yeah, same news as before.
以上、カレン北条がお伝えしました。
Did I miss it? Did he even comment that this is the Karen that we're looking for? Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Do we have to do our medical screening first? Escalator goes up to the second floor. I guess that's not for us. It's a board displaying information about spaceplane departures and arrivals. Can't get over how many flights there are. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot I can push whatever button this is. God, they put so many buttons on the Genesis and Saturn controllers. I can just straight up go anywhere. Do I want to see Ed first? I want to see Ed first. You just handle overpopulation by blasting the people you don't like out into space. That almost happened to our character.
BCP へ急ごう。
Okay, we're gonna see, what's his name? Danny Glover?
ここが BCP か。
Mm-hmm.
さあ、エドに会えるといいな。
Future's harsh. These the police suits BCP uses? They look like something you'd take to war. I mean, doesn't it look just exactly like our space suit, just with a few modifications? Reads BCPD. Let's look at the sun. No option? Well, this garden looks well maintained. I gotta get used to hitting this button to just move around. Spaceport? I hope I'm not gonna be missing too many things. Then again, I'm pretty... Whoa! I'm pretty sure there's
ここが BCP のロビーか。
plenty to talk about in the game anyway.
おい、あんた、何の用だい？被害届でも出すのかい？
It's a map of Beyond Coast. The place looks like some sort of control room. Let me guess, undercover. Doing a pretty bad job of it. With his street clothes just hanging out in the lobby of a police station. The call girl, a staple of modern society. You're not from around here? Want to get away from here, baby? Real good price, I promise. Oh, how about it? They bring you in, did they? Something like that. What do you say, baby? Sorry, babe, I got business on my own to take care of here. What? You're one of them too? I don't believe this. Must be losing my touch. Alright. It's a BCP cop. He looks like the receptionist. Maybe I'll try asking this guy about Ed.
ああ、いいかな。俺はジョナサン・イングだ。地球で探偵をしてる。
それで
Just
ビヨンドま
Bob.
でわざわざどうしたんだよ。
昔ここに勤務してたことがある。
へえ、本当かい。ぶち込まれてたってわけじゃないだろうな。
警官をしてたんだ。当時の旧友に会いに来た。
なるほど。同窓会でもしようってわけか。それで話してみな。
Ask about Ed. Here to see Ed Brown. You know, the former Policenaut. Ed Brown. That's who you're here to see? Jesus, you came all the way from home to see him? He's in the dump. QG has a crowdfunding incentive for the game preservation. I know they have like something where I don't know if it's a forum or whatever where people put forth all their ideas on what games they think should be added to GOG. It is that. Yeah, because there's so many like good old games, but like, and I buy them when I can, but like realistically, like some games you just can't get a hold of anymore, or you just can't get the hardware going. Like, need to be a patron to have access to that. Ugh. Yeah, like real hardware is cool, but if you can get some of these old games running through GOG, it'd be awesome. Because I much prefer getting them on GOG over Steam, just because it's easier to play for streaming purposes, and you don't have to be signed in. Because when I'm streaming, I'm on a different user account on my computer, and so if I swap over here from streaming, I have to try remembering my password. Log into Steam. Alright, Ed's in the dump. Yeah, Vice. BCP's dumping ground. He's in charge there. Alright. I got this leaf, baby. Maybe just show him I was in the Policenauts. You know this picture, right? You were a Policenaut too? Damn, I had no idea. Oh, right. You and Ed. Makes sense now. So you had anti-aging ops or something? Like everybody would have heard about me. Getting my ass frozen for 25 years and just coming back. Yeah, Steam needs a streamer mode for sure. It's just a bit of a pain. Like, they should just be able to detect, you know, it's the same IP address, and stop bugging me about like just signing on from a different user on the same computer. Let's go find Ed. Oh wait, I don't want to leave. Or maybe I do. Maybe I'll come back later. Because there was a spaceport option from out here. I'm in front of BCP. Is a spaceport here? I just came from this. Oh, okay. No. Alright. I think I just need to keep talking to this guy. Or maybe talk to her. I'd rather talk to her. I bet she ends up here a lot. She's got spunk, I'll give her that. Quit staring at me, would you? Or let's see, can I click over here? Some nice architecture. At least stations aren't as dreary as they used to be. It's just like, can I talk to this dude? Looking for a guy who works here by the name of Ed Brown. You know him? I'm Detective Starsky. Starsky. I have a different Windows user account just so that all the settings I use for streaming aren't messed up. Waiting for Detective Foley and Sergeant Riggs. Don't know anyone by that name. I think I just have to keep bugging this guy to get a location. Maybe. It's advice. If guys like us get the BS work, you can imagine the fun they have. AP handles just about everything they used to do. I don't know why they still call it Vice. It's down in the basement. We call it the cave. Why is that? It's dark, smelly, and weird stuff grows in the walls. Ugh. That's what Ed does now? That sounds like it opens up a location. Yeah.
その言葉は風紀課に行ってからにした方がいいぜ。
どうして？
聞かなかった方が良かったかもな。立ちの落ちぶれた姿は見たくないもんな。
Oh, poor Ed. What the hell happened to him?
地下だな、風紀課は。
あんた、エドに伝えてくれ。早くやめちまいなって。いつまでもただ飯食らってると惨めだってな。
俺は便利屋じゃない。言いたけりゃ自分の口で言うんだな。
Ouch. Meryl.
ここが噂に名高い風紀課か。なるほど。優遇されてる部署とは思えんな。
Looks like Meryl's giving me the stink eye. This guy may be asleep and eating a burger. Ah, it looks so good. He's eating a hamburger. I remember me and Ed used to hit the fast food joints all the time. You hungry or something? Forget it, don't even ask. Is that Ed? Can't make out the face. Look closer. Yep, that's Ed, alright. It's Meryl. She's quite a tall woman. Must be at least 6 feet. She's the biggest woman I've seen since I got here. The hell do you want? Got a minute. That's Ed Brown sleeping over there, right? What's it to you? Maybe I'll try you instead. That's Ed, isn't it? What do you want? This is the basement. Toilet's upstairs. Oh, come on, Ed. Hey, Ed. He's out cold. Unbelievable. One more talk. Ed, wake up. Yo, Ed, get up, damn it. Jonathan!
10年も先回りしやがって。
ジョナサン・イングラムか。懐かしいな。
エドも元気そうだな。
ジョナサン、よく来てくれた。ゆっくりしてってくれ。この通り俺の方は暇を持てましてる。そうだ、ビヨンドでも案内しようか。
エド、違うんだ。実は頼みがあってきたんだ。
頼み？
ああ、助けが欲しい。俺の捜査に協力してくれ。ロレインの夫、徳川製薬の北条健三という男がこのビヨンドで行方不明になっている。俺はロレインの依頼でその北条の消息を追ってるんだ。エド？
ジョナサン、すまんがそういうことなら力にはなれん。
エド、ロレインが殺されたんだ。俺の目の前で。何か大きな事件に巻き込まれたに違いないんだ。
すまん、ジョナサン。
どうしちまったんだよ、エド。いつからそんなふぬけになった？
は？ 頭を冷やせジョナサン。この一件は我々の担当ではない。ホームの警察に任せるのが一番だ。
エド、
ジョナサン、BCP で俺たちのことを何て呼ばれてるか知ってるか？ジャンク屋だ。ここはクズしか集まってこん。後がないんだ。
昔のエドはどこへ行ったんだ？俺の知ってるあのエドは。
ジョナサン、お前の知ってるエドは30歳も若いエドだ。今の俺は違う。守るべき家族もローンもある。年を取れば勇気もなくなる。失敗も恐れる。権力にも屈するようになるんだ。俺はゲイツのように器用ではない。
エド、
俺はここでこの汚い地下で机にしがみついているのが精一杯だ。今のこの地位もゲイツの情けだ。
分かった。それ以上言うな。
デカ長がやらないんなら私が手伝うわ。
メリルがやるって言うんなら僕もその話に乗った。
お前たちバカなこと言うな。こんなことが上にバレたら終わりだぞ。
終わりってデカ長、ここがその終わりなんじゃないの？
エド、俺は30年の間にいろんなものを失っちまった。
It is
ロレイ
bro.
ンも。だがこれで本当に全てを失っちまったってわけだな。
Even the last name is the
無理
same.
だなエド。じゃあな。
I mean, this is two main actors from Lethal Weapon.
あと3年だぞ。あと3年で無事定年だってのに。たくジョナサン、表だっては協力できんからな。
エド、
それから無茶はごめんだぞ。無茶は
分かってるさエド。心配するな。
お前の心配するのが一番心配なんだ。それからメリルにデイブ、お前らこの件には手を出すな。いいな。この件は俺の個人的な問題だ。
了解デカ長、手は出さないわ。
口は出すけどね。
たく、あ、ジョナサン、遅れたがこいつらを紹介しておく。メリルにデイブだ。メリルはホーム生まれのホーム育ち。元ハイテク特殊部隊フォックスハウンドの最後の隊員だ。あのザンジバーランド陥落に参加した。
道理で地球なまりがひどいと思った。
よろしくポリスノーツさん。
デイブはビヨンド生まれ、ビヨンド育ちのビヨンドだ。
よろしくジョナサン。テレストリアルは大歓迎だよ。ホームはいいものな。僕もホームの移住願いを申請中なんだ。
よろしくメリルにデイブ。
さてジョナサン、どうしよう。とりあえず BCP 内を案内しようか。お前もポリスノーツだったんだ。興味はあるだろ。
Give me another look at that burger. That's a maximum hamburger. Those are the best burgers. They become famous after they set up that so-called drive-thru for astronauts. I used to eat a lot of them on home. This is the Beyond version of the 1G meal. Can't get enough of these. On Beyond, there's two types of meals. The other one is the 0G meal. I like the 1G meal. Dave wants to try a carbonated drink on home. Things like carbonated drinks and beer don't taste very good in zero gravity, so they're impossible to come by here. Then even when you try and get them shipped from home, they spoil along the way. I need more burger details. Is that all you eat? Still in my first box, just getting warmed up. You look like a mellow guy, total opposite of most cops I've known. All my life everyone's told me all I ever do is smile, bug my teachers. Dave thinks he looks cool like this. Yeah? Why'd you become a cop? Well, as you know, I was born here on Beyond. I've never been outside the cylinder. I became a cop because I thought I could get transferred to home. It takes time for Beyonds to obtain an immigration visa. Sometimes years. It's not easy either, with all the checks they do. You're lucky, Jonathan. When I was a kid, Beyond was a safe place. That's why I decided to become a cop. Figured it wouldn't be a dangerous job. I had no idea. Sorry to hear that. Then all the dirtbags started showing up. Our job is to put away as many of those dirtbags as we can. I figured Lorraine was right. Here's my hot wife. Hey, she's that anchor on News Order, right? I've seen that show before, but I can't quite remember her face. It's talking about her daughter. Is this the guy you're looking for? So that's Hojo. Doesn't look like the type who'd just leave everything and take off. Looks like a good person. Should be a twin, seriously. Capsules, are those some kind of drugs? Why not get Victor to do an analysis for you? Oh yeah, we gotta get these two analyzed. Never seen a leaf like that before. Is it from home? I think the Policenauts are still cool. I don't care what anyone else says. Wait. I know Kojima. You really fill out that shirt. What do you expect? I'm a woman. Even if I don't always act so ladylike. Why? You want to get to know me more? Nah, I'd probably break something. Wimp. You want to touch these? You have to beat me? That's how I decide if someone's good enough for me. Alright, name your terms. How about beating my high score in the shooting trainer? Shooting? Just so happens that's my specialty. Alright, what do? What are you guys starting? Training mode level 2. Any target you want. You get over 555 points, they're all yours. I'll do my best later. Keep in mind, you'll need to hit each target at least twice. Over 550 points in the level 2 training mode, huh? Good luck, you'll need it. You got a cute face, but you have a flirty side to you. You should ask the chief about the last guy who hit on me. Is this a foxhound thing, or... is that a real tattoo? No, it's just a paint... I think even in Metal Gear Solid, she said it was like just a paint tattoo. Stays on for about half a year. Still a woman after all. Merle. You should tell me about yourself. That's a surprise. No one's ever said that to me before. Not in person, anyway. I'm mainly into bikes and combat. I like men, but not in that way. Of course, ever since I came here, half of me's died. You can't ride bikes on the colony. Well, you can, but only electric ones. They don't let you import gas engine models. Bike's nothing without the speed. You wouldn't be much without the military either. Sorry, I'm not good at small talk. Same here. So you were in the military on home. Why'd you join? Everyone in my family was in the military. I guess that's why. I think they kind of hoped I would. Why'd you move to Beyond? I was in the special forces on home. The way the world's regions were stabilizing and whatnot meant we weren't needed as much. There was no excitement in that. I was dying to see some real action. Then the government started using more and more Frozeners. They ended up getting all the work. That's when I thought I'd tried things here. Passed all the checks, no problem, but Beyond's the same story. All those bug-eyed albino freaks. Just my luck, huh? Oh wait, is there anything? What's it like working here? Advice? Pretty boring. Catching Johns and prostitutes with undercover stings. Basic patrols of the colony. That kind of stuff. What do you mean boring? There's a big area for prostitution in the center of the colony called Kabuki Quarter. Tourists from home like to go there for the zero-gravity sex. We arrest them. They get out on bail. It's an endless cycle. I don't like it because I get SAS, since I'm a terrestrial. Why is it called Kabuki Quarter? There was this red light district in late 20th century Japan known as Kabuki-sho. I've been there. That's where had a hotel there in my stay in Japan. It was interesting. I didn't go in the places because I'm so wholesome. But I did walk by one place that was what was it called? I don't know, but like you could go in there and there would be like porn stars and you could like, it was like a bar kind of thing. You can get certain services. I think one of them was like you could get a rice ball heated up between a woman's titties and have that. Like that's the kind of area it was. Interesting. Went in a maid cafe. That was so wholesome. But food and sex don't mix. I'm pretty sure people did it just for the experience. I'm more of a burger man myself. Dave's Burgers making me hungry. There was an explosion in the number of cases of STBO in Japan back then. Kabukicho was hit particularly hard. So our friends packed up and moved things there. Yeah, it was I stayed at the hotel that had that giant Godzilla peeking over it, and that thing's head was huge. It must have been 10, 15 feet tall. So our friends packed up and moved things here. The Rumus Tokugawa helped fund the place as a gesture towards his employees. I think this is... I could never work undercover because of my build, so I'm always the one making the bust. And don't even say it. I get it from the guys upstairs all the time. What do you mean? To be honest, it's really not my kind of work. Ever heard the saying, never ask a woman about her past or a man about his future? Catch my drift? Yeah, a woman and her past. Ain't that the truth? It's quite a knife. It's a Nishio combat knife. It's for protection. I've carried one ever since I was in the military. Not even bacon. I didn't have lunch too, so I'm getting a bit hungry. No one would ever go after you. But do I have to like... Where's Ed in all this? Oh, I didn't look at her gun.
いいんだよ。お前を一人にする方が心配だ。びっくりするぞ。ここはホームの警察とはかなり違う。さあ、どこへ案内しよう。
Oh man, I know I'm gonna suck at the shooting range. Like I said before, I'm gonna try to get the mouse working with the start button by the next stream, but we'll see. That was the only reason I'm not playing with the mouse. I'm playing with the controller. Just couldn't get the start button going, but I don't think it's a huge deal. So forensics, I can get those two, the capsules and the leaf analyzed, I think. Let me check this out. Let me see how awful it is with the controller.
ここが BCP の射撃訓練場だ。BCP では週2回の射撃訓練が義務付けられている。イヤープロテクターはその壁にかけてある。実弾を使うんでかなりの音になるんだ。
俺も使っていいのか？
構わんだろう。税関で銃の登録はしてるんだろ？
ああ、登録は済ませた。弾のライフリングまでな。
あの右の端末を使えば訓練プログラムが始まる。現れるマンターゲットの命中率と命中箇所が分かる仕組みになっている。ただし、このプログラムは無反動銃、つまりリフトガン用に設定されているからな。
リフトガン？
無重量でも使用できるように反動が抑えられている銃だ。このコロニーではほとんどの銃がこのタイプだ。弾丸が銃口を離れた瞬間に二次爆発を起こすんだ。ロケットのようにな。だから反動が生まれない。
銃口を出た後に爆発してよく狙いがずれないな。
レーザーでターゲットをロックオンしてるからだよ。もう重心の役割はない。さらに銃に反動を吸収するシステムが組み込まれている。リフトガンはいかにロックオンするかが問題なんだ。実行プログラムはターゲットモード、トレーニングモード、コンバットモードの計3モードが用意されている。それぞれさまざまな状況を想定した特徴のあるプログラムが取り入れられている。昔ながらのメカトロニクスと最先端の立体映像、エレクトロニクスを駆使している。
それじゃ VR なのか？
いや、実戦に近づけるために VR は使っていない。銃も実弾を使う。安全性の追求だけでは訓練にはならない。軍でも銃の訓練に VR を採用していないのと同じだ。ここでは撃てば現実に風穴が開く。見た目は少し古い感じを受けると思うが、そこいらのバーチャルリアリティとは違う。そこのインテリジェントターミナルで選択すれば作動する。
Okay. Flashbacks. I think it was it Police Quest 2, where you have to dial in the aiming on your gun constantly? Or maybe it was 3. Those are ear protectors. You should wear them when you practice. Noise adds up. They'll damage your ears. More bang for your buck than VR. You're right, and you should have them on before you're even in this room. As part of the trainer, you select a program with this. What do I have to... I forget which one Meryl wants me to use, but I imagine that the one I have to beat's pretty tough. Let's see, training combat. Let's just do target mode. I don't know, just regular. Oh, that makes sense. It's just, oh. Please don't move. Son of a bitch. Oh wait, hold on. How do I... That's fair. You know. That's not the one I have to... What kind of noise is that? You effed up kind of noise. Well, if the target would stay still, I would have had more points. Yeah, the voice actors for this game, they do sound very familiar. So I imagine they've been used in other games. Or like anime or something like that. What do you think? Not a bad setup, huh? Let's take a look. That was target mode's circle target. It's a common type of target. Got a long way to go with this kind of score. Suppose you do tend to be more critical when it's someone's first time. Practice makes perfect. There's a hint for target mode. It's important to know how the target's going to move. When the round starts, the target always moves to the left first. It'll help if you hold your aim a little to the left before the round starts. I didn't see if it was timed either, because I could have just stayed still. Now, let me test out the other modes. Was it... Maybe it was training mode. Is it training mode level 2? It just starts off level 2? Targets. I'm wondering if... Because that looks like a hell of a lot smaller target, obviously. I'm wondering if we get more points for that. Let's see. Let's just see what it's like. I don't think I'm gonna stay here too long. Oh. No. Oh, wait. That's what Meryl's talking about.
Reload.
No. Oh, shit. Ugh.
Reload. Reload.
86. Oh god. I feel like I'm doing it for titties.
Reload.
How many of these do I have?
Reload.
Yeah. Obviously better
Reload.
if I have a mouse.
Reload. Reload.
Oh, come on. Ugh.
Reload.
Speedy son of a bitch. I don't know. Considering that's my first try and I'm using the controller, I don't feel like I did too awful. Like if I could get a mouse going on this, life's good. But yeah, that's like I think this is the one I got to do for the boobies. And yeah, that's less than half. Do we get like -10 for a miss? Is that what happened? Got a feel for it. This training mode's circle target. Nice, it's a good score. This is your first time in training mode. It's about what you expect for a first time out. You had 2 misses though. Here's a hint for training mode. You should aim for the targets. Like, no shit. Like, here's a hint. Aim for the bullseye. The green area is worth 10 points. The other areas are worth between 1 and 5. With the circle target, the closer you are to the center, the higher the points. The area outside the circle is only worth 1 point.
なかなかやるね、ジョナサン。僕が見本を見せてやろう。
デイブか。珍しいな。
デイブ
俺が
か。
ここに来るとは。
賑やかなんでね。トレーニングモードのレベル1か。楽勝だ。
Oh yeah, and that was level 2. Oh wait, so I'm not doing anything. I guess this is Dave. This is Dave showing off. Unless I'm like... Yeah, this is... Dave sucks. He's shooting for elbows here. Big elbow enjoyer. He's just aiming for nutsacks and elbows. Yeah, I'm curious if the smaller targets are worth more. Or if this is just a visual thing. To be fair, his eyes are closed. So I mean, when you take that into account, that he's just smiling like that. I don't feel like it was necessary for us to watch all this. That was not impressive, man. I could have done better than that. Oh, that's why. There was a reason. But we're looking to inflict like maximum damage. Even for that green spot. I just want to do it one more time before scooting forward. So yeah, we're on 2. I just want to see, do we get more points for this small one? I mean, if these are all like if this really is smaller, then it should get me more points just because I'm shooting closer to the green. That bullseye. Yeah. Oh, shit. I don't wanna. Oh, God. Yeah.
Reload. Reload.
Come on. Yeah.
Reload.
Yeah.
Reload.
Damn it. Oh, come on. You're killing me.
Reload.
Yep. Well, I did better on the other one. I think it's just because I kept missing some of those. No, I'm gonna have to do this with a mouse. Oh, wait, hold on. You see that one I got the green? It was 15 points hitting the bullseye. Wait, why was that one 15 and then the other one's 10 here? Yeah, so it's 10 points per miss. I think that's if you completely miss. I don't know if it's like if you miss once and then scoot a bit and then actually hit it, if that doesn't count as a miss. Hit rate 64. That was better, I think. But yeah, I think I'm just going to move on for now. So results. Better than Dave. Mini circle target. think you've gotten worse. It's good you didn't have any misses, but you should try to aim for the center of the targets more. As a hint, it's possible to get multiple shots off the target before it disappears. Yeah, that's what I was seeing. I could hit it about 3 times. If you're aiming for a high score, it's worth giving it a try. In order to win your bet against Meryl, you have to shoot the targets multiple times. There's 50 targets, with a hit to the center worth 10 points. Since you have to get over 550 points to win. Right. Alright, even if I got a bullseye on every single one, if I only hit 1 time, it'd be 500. Still can't believe you guys made a bet like that. You should know how important something like this is to me. Okay, let's scoot on. Yeah, forensics. So we can get our stuff analyzed.
ジョナサン、薬莢を拾っていけよ。リフトガンは薬莢が出ないんだ。苦情が殺到する。
なるほど。わかった。エドは訓練しないのか？
いいんだ。
どうして？お前の腕を久々に見てみたいな。
俺はうまくない。もう目が良くないんだ。
おかしなやつだ
な。Okay.
よう、ドクトル先生。
わしはビクトルじゃ。いつになったらちゃんと呼んでくれるんじゃ？
諦めた方がいい。エドは物覚えが悪いんだ。
お？誰じゃねその人は。
ジョナサン、紹介するよ。BCP の鑑識を担当しているビクトル・ユルゲンス先生だ。
よろしく。ジョナサン・イングラムだ。OLA で探偵をしている。
ほう、あんたがあの有名なイングラム飛行士？若い頃、あんたの火星有人飛行の中継をワクワクして見ていたよ。そうか、戻ってきたんじゃな、あんたのホームに。よろしくな。
Oh. Is this his AI assistant? What's this? It's my AID analyzer. What you see on the monitor is a visual representation of the AID's AI. I named him Gorby. He responds to my voice. Hey Gorby. I wouldn't bother. He's an AI up to a point. He can tell you what's in the dirt on your shoes, but he can't talk. Just blips and bleeps. Lame. Gorby's mood is translated on the screen. Who's he based on, you? Nope, the last president of the Soviet Union. Oh. Yeah, I get it. Gorbachev. How's life, Gorby? He's processing something right now, actually. Those are his visual sensors. His eyes, so to speak. I say eyes, but they're just for moving around. He doesn't use them in analyses. Those pieces of paper have chemical formulas for transferences on them. I discovered them myself not that long ago either. You're still using paper? Writing out ring structures is complicated stuff. It takes longer trying to do them on computer. I don't like to waste any of my time. Wait, no. This is some amazing equipment you got. Amazing? Think so? Well, amazing in the sense that they're all ancient analog devices. I've had these a long time. Still use them in my research. To be honest, I use my AID for most of my work. Or my aid. So they're more of a collection? I'd say that. I have a lot of memories of these. There's blood on your clothes. I should think so. I've had this gown on since my first autopsy. It holds the blood of every single body I've looked at over the... Ew, he never washed this thing? Guess you could say a piece of their souls, too. It's Victor's medical gown. Looks more like military camouflage. Any fresh blood that gets on it blends right in. Is that your ID? Yeah, I don't like my hologram, so I got this sticker over it. Causes problems with the readers whenever I have to scan it. He looks like one stubborn son of a bitch. Is it terrestrial alright? Faces like rings of a tree. What else can you tell from this mug? Victor, I'm listening. When did you move to Beyond? I was born in Moscow, back when socialists ran the country. That picture back there was taken from around the time I was born. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, I went to America to study forensic medicine and later became a medical examiner. I've done autopsies on over 30,000 bodies throughout my career. In my 40s, I became interested in studying bodies in space and came here. You should see the bodies you get in zero gravity. Decomposition stages are freaky stuff. Why'd you become a forensic pathologist? Doctors deal with the living. There's always a possibility they'll screw up and kill the guy. You can't kill someone if they're already dead, can you? Forensic medicine is less stressful than regular medicine, wouldn't you say? My area of expertise is medical examinations, but with my aid I can perform most other analyses too. AP has its own science team, so we're on a shoestring budget here. Just Gorby and me. The further computer analyses progress, the less use there is for people like me. Frankly, AP gets most of the real work. I hardly ever get to do anything. Still just good as any of them. All they ever do is throw things in their fancy, schmancy analyzers. You sound just like Meryl and Dave. None of you guys are fans of AP. There's no substitute for experience when it comes to this stuff. I bet you I could outperform the supercomputers. No damn quantum flux parametrons are gonna outsmart me. So what if they got ultra high speed logic elements? They might be good at crunching numbers, but they can't think outside their box. How could they react to new types of cases? That's the thing, they couldn't. The most important thing in forensics is a good imagination. Can you tell me more about that AID doohickey? AID is short for Auto Analysis Identification Device. It's an AI gadget for doing analyses. It's got a number of sensors like a spectrograph, a gas chromatograph, and a geotechnical sounder. I think we used a chromatograph in Freddy Farkas, didn't we? Was that our fart analyzer? You make it yourself? Oh, are you kidding? I wouldn't even know where to start. AID and its analysis programs were created by this guy at home. He's a big help around here. He's a whiz when it comes to analyses. Doesn't make for much company though. I'm actually here looking for a missing person. Supposing he's already dead. How possible would it be to transport his body outside the colony? You can never take a body outside Beyond single-handedly. They got pretty tight security system in place. It'd be easier to transport them out while they're still alive and kill them somewhere else. They're becoming stricter and stricter about space debris every year. What about getting rid of a body inside the colony? Say the person had been dead for several weeks. Burning it would attract too much attention. Dumping it underwater wouldn't work either. They detect the gases released during decomposition. Well, it's kind of crude, but burying it might be the best way. The colony has several meters of soil and surface areas to help protect against cosmic rays. You wouldn't smell it if it was buried at least 20 to 30 centimeters down. In any case, you can never hide a body or get it out without help from the Mafia. You have any leads or anything? I have a few things belonging to them. You have a look at them. Who are these guys? They look Japanese. This is Kinzo Hojo, the man who's disappeared. This is the guy you're looking for? Anyone who wears glasses here has to be a terrestrial. Oh, who's this? What are you talking about? That's me. Not you. I meant the fox next to you. You could call it an old memory. A really old memory. That's what I'd expect from a terrestrial. Beyonds don't look back at the past the way we do. Capsules.
調べてもらいたいものがあるんだが。
おお、なんじゃ。それか。
あ、これもそうだが、もう一つある。
全部見せてみ。
Capsules and a leaf. Can you do it? I would never turn down a request from one of the Policenauts, could I? Stays between us, okay, Doctor? Give me a little time. Shouldn't take too long. Thanks, Victor. No problem. We'll get started right away. I still remember it, that famous picture. There might still be some more here. Otherwise, I think we would auto move on. I've done this my whole life. I don't really have any other interests. Probably seem like some narrow-minded old fool to you guys. No, you're not, Victor. You're perfectly normal. You're just being yourself. No, I know how that is. Thanks. Maybe you and I have more in common than we think. Yeah. I think that's... Cherish your memories, Jonathan. And look at you. We all thought you guys were incredible. You never told me that before. Really? Well, now you know. Okay, well... That, my friends, is a clipping of the thesis. Of a thesis. To be specific, the thesis. It was in this famous academic journal on home. I decided to major in pathology after I read it. Paper changed my life forever. Or is this? It's Russia. The old Soviet Union, I should say. That's where I'm from. It's been about 50 years since the last time I was there. Those kids in AP think they're a bunch of junk, but digital equipment isn't perfect. It's Victor's forensic robot, the aide. You'll use this to analyze those things I gave you. You got it, he does all my analyses. That's his arm. The hand contains sensors made out of materials like pressure-sensitive rubber and conductive silicon rubber. It allows him to determine the shape and composition of the object he is analyzing. I think I'm done. I would have expected him to say that to us, though. It's the AP room. Thanks for your time, Victor.
すごい地球なまりだ。安心するよ。
ビヨンズは冷徹に話すからな。地球のように流暢なアクセントがない。
Oh.
ここが BCP を支える AP 隊員の部屋だ。
Oh, it's that guy.
最先端を行く主力部署だ。正面にいるのが AP の隊長であり、この BCP の本部長でもあるゲイツ・ベッカーだ。
ゲイツか。偉くなったもんだ。
30年ぶりだろう、ジョナサン。あいつも変わった。さあ、紹介しよう。
So I guess this guy in the... Yeah, he was one of the police now.
ゲイツ。久しぶりだな。
ジョナサン・イングラム。ジョナサンじゃないか。いつこっちへ？
ゲイツ、BCP 本部長だって？出世だな。おめでとう。嬉しいよ。
いや、みんなのおかげだ。私一人の力ではない。ジョナサン、あの事故の件は残念だった。あの鉛筆事故がなければ、君がこの椅子に座っていたかもしれん。
その話はやめてくれ。
ま、同じポリスノーツとして大歓迎するよ。どうだ、観光はまだか？
いや、観光で来たわけじゃない。
で、どうした？
実は、
ジョナサン。
人を探している。名前は北条健三。ビヨンドの徳川製薬社員だ。
徳川。
3週間前にこのビヨンドから姿を消した。捜査を依頼に来た彼のワイフは地球で殺された。
穏やかではないな。本部長、私はジョナサン、徳川が絡んでいるとなればことは単純では済まない。悪いが BCP として公には協力できん。その代わりエドを使ってくれていい。徳川に何かあれば最終的には我々が乗り出す。エド、北条の捜査に全面的に協力してやってくれ。ただし内密にな。わかりました。
恩に着る、ゲイツ。
ジョナサン、歓迎はするが派手にはせんでくれよ。約束してくれ。
わかった。迷惑はかけない。
しかし久しぶりだな、まったく。
Gates Becca. You have a real commanding presence, Gates. Think so? Heard that before. You stop, Jonathan. When you're my age, you'll know how it feels. It feels having people stare at you. Nope, you've aged pretty well, Gates. I suppose I've been luckier than some. Hey, Gates. What is it? What happened to the others? Tokugawa resigned from BCP 20 years ago to head up the Tokugawa group. Salvatore quit, it's 10 years ago or so, and apparently went back to home. We've all gone our separate ways. The day you left us will probably be the last time we were together. Policenauts are a fading memory here. That's just the way things are, I'm afraid. Policenauts eventually evolved into the proper police force we have today. AP do most of the work here now. They're a mobile police unit. What does AP stand for? Advanced Police. AP were created to be a new breed of space police designed around the special set of conditions you have on a colony. BCP, as it existed before, was simply unequipped to deal with space's unique environment. That's why we started using EMPS as well. The biggest mistake the Policenauts made was carrying over a police system from home to the colony. This isn't home. It's a space colony in the middle of nowhere. AP have given us a start in transforming our entire force into one fully adapted to Beyond. We recruit AP members from government frozeners. It's dangerous work. Having family or friends is only a burden. That was one of the lessons of your accident. On top of that, they only use sperm-carrying genes well suited to space environment when they fertilize frozener eggs. In other words, they select their fathers from past astronauts. Meaning we could be responsible for some of these guys? The possibility is there. You could say frozeners are literally the sons of us astronauts. That seems barbaric in a way. Are we gonna have to kill our son? Is that the purple-haired dude? AP also carry out a number of missions in zero-gravity areas. In order to prevent calcium loss and weightlessness, they have hybrid artificial bones, joints, and auditory ossicles. Therefore, they don't need to worry about the effects of extended work there. They're indispensable around here. They might be the ones with the real right stuff. In addition to their normal police duties, AP also uses EMPS to perform rescue operations in the colony. We conduct recognized peaceful operations outside the colony as well, in accordance with the agreement on the rescue of astronauts, the return of astronauts, and the return of objects launched into outer space. We have to tread carefully around this, however. Hey, Alexa. Having fun reading? So much detail in like everything. And with the Sega Saturn version, more boob squeezing animations and interactions. Yeah, I'd say it's more like a visual novel kind of game. Uncopulous are always breathing down our necks. That's an awful acronym. We could end up with an international incident on our hands if we're not careful. There's so much crap in the game that they had to put in an encyclopedia for everything we ever talk about. No matter what you or anyone else thinks about them, AP are a necessity around here. EMPs are a type of mechanical suit used both inside and outside the colony, born from a cooperation between Tokugawa Heavy Industries and ourselves. They employ a bilateral master-slave manipulator, which allows for 7 degrees of freedom, just like the human body. Technology is a product of Tokugawa Heavy Industries' research on master-slave manipulators. In a Civ game. You know, Civ 1 is planned for 26. I've only played 5 and 6. I expect bad things, painful things. That year you had your accident in is a far cry from their performance and reliability. Why don't they just turn them into robots while they're at it? The visual sensors in today's robots take 1 full second longer than a human to process data. A second can make all the difference in the world out there. Hammer, are you a 24/7 Hamtaro streamer now, Alexa? I fully support it. What a wholesome game. Like all those. Teleexistence is a more feasible option. You mean controlling EMPs by remote? We wouldn't have to worry about exposure to cosmic rays that way either. Mind you, we still have problems such as communications interference and time lag to overcome first. In addition, EMPs doesn't possess any singular points. What are those? Singular point occurs when you have a limit to how far you've been able to move a joint in a given direction. Previous manipulators have all had singular points due to shortcomings in their joint drive mechanisms. The moving body 3D analysis algorithm, developed by Tokugawa Heavy Industries, has succeeded in eliminating singular points from EMPs. Except for one Ham Jam tune. Gotta go back to that sometime in the future. Lorraine's murder. The police on home have been in touch with us, as it involved the murder of a Beyond. What a senseless crime. Who would have thought something like that would happen to your ex-wife? What's OLA saying? They've concluded she was the victim of a bomb planted by repatriatists. Is this like Death Stranding? Or possibly eco-terrorists. But there's not much to go on. I swear, Kojima has like just one giant book, and he just like writes down all this horse shit, and it just keeps getting put into these games. Like every couple of years, he's like, well, we got Meryl from Policenauts. Guess I'll shove her in this Metal Gear Solid game. I think I had Hotel Mario as a kid, but never... I sucked at it, so I never beat it. It's been 30 years since we colonized space. The pollution of space's environment has become quite pronounced. That's where the movement was born. They say we should all stop this and return to home. Naturally, we don't have jurisdiction over OLA here. There's nothing we can do. It's difficult for us to obtain any sort of detailed information. Blaster Master. Broken. I've always been awful at the Mario games, except for Mario 64 was more my style. Our relationship with the police on home isn't the best. That's why I want you to keep this under the radar, understood? Yeah, of course. Thanks again, Gates. I think I heard about those remasters, but I got too much game in my brain to recall it exactly. Okay, so that's that. Hojo. This is the guy who's gone missing. He seems very like all the other people you can find at Tokugawa. Then for Lorraine to be killed as well. He looks like a serious chap, not the type to disappear without a word. This is you and Lorraine, I see. What were you planning on doing bringing a photograph like this with you? Try to forget about what happened and move on. Lorraine would want the same. I think it's been like 2 days? 2-3 days since she got killed. It's time to move on. Why don't you try to focus more on the future? In any case, that's something you should keep to yourself, don't you think? Well, I'll be. I haven't seen that in donkey's years. How'd that translation happen? Yes, archived the battery save. I'm glad I got the, I feel like it was fairly recently they got a staple version of the Saturn for the Mister, which is what this is running on. Technically running on hardware, just not the real hardware. Look how young we all were. Okay, was this... Let's look at this sweet chair. So this is the chief's chair. Not bad, Gates. You need a good chair for a job like this. Helps carry the load. I think he's maybe he's got a big dumpy. Makes that thing I have downstairs look like a joke. I do almost all my work here. I'd end up with a sore back otherwise. Let's look at this reflection of the back of his head. Don't tell me there's a... Like, there's just so much unnecessary detail. You can see the back of Gates' head in the glass. Is it just me? Or is he going bald? Something the matter, Jonathan? No, just admiring your clean windows. Boy, these things are spick and span, huh? So you'd imagine, being chief is no bed of roses. Your life revolves around protecting beyond citizens. Let's look one more time. The chief's head. His hair's thinning on top. Rude. Like, let's see, walk away. Cheerio, Gates? Was he? I think he was Scottish. Why are all these guys wearing helmets? These terminals display data sent here around the clock by operators. He's an AP officer. They can access any sort of data on Beyond from these terminals. I guess the days of hitting the streets for leads are over. Games are sentient and spiteful. I'm not balding in the back. But the front's taking a heavy toll from all the gaming. Let's see, it's part of the dialysis procedure for the artificial blood. You have to undergo dialysis every 240 hours with that type of blood. Human kidneys can't filter it. Must be a pain in the ass. 240 hours is 10 days. They can never go AWOL, huh? Exactly. Some people say they designed it that way. So this is that asshole. I think he killed our ex-wife. Oh.
どうした?
旅はどうだった？ポリスノーツさん。
AP だったのか。
トニー・レッドウッドだ。AP の爆弾処理を担当してるが、エンプス乗りでは彼の右に出る者はいない。 ミスター・ゴダードと呼ばれている。
宇宙酔いくらいで参るようじゃ早くホームのママのところへ帰った方がいいぜ。それともまたスチュワーデスに薬でももらうか。ここはビヨンドだ。あんたのような古いテレストリアルには厳しいところだ。
俺はお前のようにゾンビみたいになるつもりはないがね。
ジョナサン、やめろ。相手にするな。
そうだエド、この次元装置の仕掛けわかるか。
なんだいきなり。
あんたホームで爆弾処理班にいたことがあるらしいな。
麻薬界入る前のことだ。
Should I save?
通常爆弾の設計者は解体されないようにいくつかの安全策を設ける。ここに赤と青のコードがあるだろう。最後のセーフティー装置だ。このどちらかを切断すれば解体できる。俺がセットしたとしたらこれはどっちだと思う？危険の赤か安全の青か。
レッドウッドのレッド。
どうかアウトだ。コロニーに穴が開いたぞ。攻撃的な人間が常に赤を好むとは限らない。答えは青だ。俺ならいつも青にする。
ああ、覚えておくよ。
Yeah, I'm saving. This guy's a total weirdo. Progress saved. And wait. Real progress saved. Take your time. Is this an actual bomb? That's my real hardware. Don't mind me. I defused this earlier. Real state-of-the-art device. Terrorists have been using some pretty advanced components in their bombs lately, haven't they? Yeah, because our ex-wife, she got bombed like a little too on the nose. It's a bomb that killed Lorraine. Why'd you ask me about it anyway? You never know when terrorists could strike. Even an old-timer like you should be prepared. I don't want to ever have to fuse another bomb. You never know when you might have to deal with one of these. If you don't have a reason to be here, then beat it. That's a body armor spacesuit APs use. You take quite a number of hits. If they have their helmet on, they can go out into space just like that. What do you think you're doing here? I'm not here to amuse you. He's like a corpse with that complexion, not to mention the look on his face. We call them the living dead around this station. I don't blame you. All he needs to do is moan brains, brains, to complete the image. What do you think you're doing here? I'm not here to amuse you. Just keep looking. Just keep saying that over and over. Got him at Redwood? What do you want? My commanding officer is the chief. My compatriots are the guys you see around you. You're neither of those. I don't have to answer your questions. Makes you think you have time to waste on you guys. You seem like someone with a lot of free time to me. I don't have to talk to anyone outside AP. That includes you, Ed. He's a totally different person from the plane. That, in case it hasn't hit you, that was an act. What? We can modify our personalities anytime we need to. All part of our training. Lorraine? Who's that? Don't know anyone called Lorraine. He really is like a completely different person. Not my department. I don't know anything. On the space plane, you said you'd gone to visit some family on home or something, didn't you? It wasn't work-related. It was personal. I don't have to explain myself to you. Answer the question. I don't remember saying anything like that. What makes you think I have time to waste on you guys? I think that's everything. Why'd you come here for anyway? We don't want you here. Why is this so difficult to understand? You're like the little dog that won't stop barking at your ankles. I'll say it again, I'm not obligated to talk to either of you. Who are they supposed to be? Do I look like I want to see that? Saw it on the plane. That's cute. Real cute. Cherish your memories, as they say, right? So pathetic the way you cleaned that. Pathetic. You knew I was a Policenaut, didn't you? Sure, I've studied my ancient history. Funny. Real fucking funny. It's what the Policenauts are around here. Ooh. I hope we get to kill this guy at some point. Right? Astronaut Brown. Anyone can go to space now, but it's Frozeners who protect it. We are an adaptive species. Hey, Cooper Gooding Jr. I love that name. Even if you were Policenauts, it was a long time ago. Look at you, a pair of sad old men. Well, this guy's lowering my self-esteem. These terminals output data on beyond. What is this? Can't click? Disgusting. Shit, once called Letterman an astronaut.
一度も瞬きしなかった。
フローズナーはみんなだ。あれでノーマルらしい。
ノーマル？異常だぜ。
彼らは目に人工水晶体の眼内レンズを装着してるらしい。視力は常人の2倍はあるって聞いたがな。
あいつらが俺たちの子供かもしれんなんてな。
心配はいらん。少なくとも俺とジョナサンの精子は使われていないだろう。
だろうな。エドが遺伝的に優れてるなんて。
お前は宇宙恐怖症だしな。
それにしてもエド、奴に対しておかしくないか？
そうか。
奴と何かあるのか？
フローズナーとは合わないだけだ。
Yeah, I wonder if this is like... Is this our son? I think he mentioned... that I was a Policenaut before he was born. And I think I'm done-ish here. Should I go back to Device and hang with the boys? Pointer was ahead of its time. Ugh. The game would be quite a bit easier if I can get that mouse working. The mouse works fine when I tested it. It just doesn't have the start button. That's all that's missing. Back advice. Getting used to this place, Jonathan? Windows Vista. Skipped that one. I think I went straight from XP to 7. 7 was so good. All downhill from there. Getting used to this place, Jonathan? I think 7 was the last Windows I remember, like, compatibility mode actually doing something when it came to running old games. Now you just get that little blue pop-up saying, well, I tried my best. Come on, Jonathan, don't look at me like that. I've still got my eye out. We're gonna get these boobs next stream. You want to touch these. You have to beat me. That's how I decide if someone's good enough for me. So I should be saying that, like, next time I'm with someone, you want to touch this, you gotta finish Police Quest SWAT. Yeah, now the tech companies just do whatever. I mean, they don't have to dumb everything down. You know what? The funniest thing that they got rid of, I forget exactly what screen you would call it, but it was it's one of the sound setting windows. It's like a properties window. And the only reason I ever accessed that properties window was to get the Elgato to listen to the mister for the sound. You have to, open up this list of devices, right click the Elgato and say, like, listen to this device. That's gone. It's just gone. And but it exists. You have to, like, create a shortcut now to open up that window. Because they got rid of just, like, right clicking and open up properties. Yeah, axolotl control panels. And it's so weird because they still exist. You just have to open them from the console command. Or command prompt, whatever it is. And create a shortcut from it. It's like weird decisions. Gun seems a little big for a woman. This is a Magnum Monster Special, sir. The biggest lift gun in the world. Take my recoil any day. Wouldn't mind watching you practice sometime. Love to see what that thing can do. Yeah, the first thing I did when I got Windows 11 going was to turn the right-click context menu back how it should be. Like, who was complaining that, having cut, copy, paste, that's just too much? We gotta hide one of those behind another selection, the more options. Because I'm stuck with that on my work computer, because IT won't do anything to mess with that. But I fix that immediately at home. Just have to press shift before right clicking. I mean, because there's a way to fix that. Like, permanently. It's just, I forget exactly what it was. You can look it up. It's some kind of settings. Yeah, it's icons instead of text. I just prefer the normal old console context menus. What? You can put that knife away, it won't fight you. So, like, this guy's always holding burger. She's always holding knife. Wait, would you say like me? Not even gonna try. Already showed her all this stuff. Can I look at her? Is that a bullet earring? It's an unusual earring. Made from a bullet I got shot with. Missed my heart by a fraction of an inch. Keep it for good luck. You tried that in the registry? I don't think it's registry. It's something specific, but it was permanent. And it was through, yeah, what's it called? Command prompt, whatever. It's something that you've got to do through there. But it does permanently fix it. Like, what? We never looked at his goggles. What kind of sensors do those goggles have? None. These are the type of goggles biplane pilots wore back in the 20th century. One of my dreams is to fly a hang glider on home. To have nothing between me and the wind. You don't like bloaty pop-up menus? Now that I think about it, there aren't any aircraft in here, are there? Nope, no gliders, planes, choppers, nothing. I never... Is he wearing like a Marty McFly jacket? Is that a bulletproof vest? This is a life preserver. I just like the way it looks. This dork thinks he's gonna drown. Plus, like most of the people here, I don't know how to swim, so I guess you could say that's the other reason I wear it. You don't need to wear a vest on Beyond. They send EMPS to all the trouble spots. There's no such thing as safe to a cop. You can never be too careful. Relax, Jonathan. So we got a life preserver and a pair of goggles. What's the point? How would you ever get to use them here? Oh, I most certainly do. Yeah, how? Make me feel good. That's all you need. God, I want a burger. I need burger today. You're just gonna look at her. Don't call me cute again. I hate jokes. What should I say? Oh, how about? Oh, Meryl. You're simply radiant. Radiant? Okay. I think we're... Yeah, I could just... Maybe it's just time to leave.
ここが BCP の正面玄関のロビーだ。大きさを無視すれば、ホームの警察と大差はないはずだ。
整然としすぎてるがな。
ボンボンボン。Boom, boom, boom, boom. You the squeaky vest. Can you smell the burger? Yeah, it feels like every version of Windows that comes along now. It's like they add in like a handful of good things, get rid of like a lot of things that were nice that you were used to. Whatever. Whatever, man. It's not one of us. He's a police drama buff. Movies, TV shows, you name it. So he's not even a detective? Likes to come and hang out here? You happen to know Agents Scully and Mulder? Got a bit of an unusual situation here. For God's sake, don't get him going. He comes here every day babbling the same nonsense. We all know him. You know where Lieutenant Brannigan is? Detective Book's on the horn. Don't talk to him, alright? He's a few rounds short of a mag. You happen to... Alright. This guy's gone full Mulder. Yeah, I don't know. I just need a operating system that exists. Good enough for me. I'm pretty sure we're done. I think Ed is now a part of me, so maybe we can... I think you should get a... What? Get a handle on how things are handled here first. We have a certain way of doing things here. You have to understand that. Like, do I talk to this asshole? That's Bob, one of the desk sergeants. All he does is talk about people behind their backs. I don't like the guy. He's one of those desk jockeys who thinks he's shit. His shit don't stink. Trust no one. Not even Bob? Find what you were looking for, detective? Just getting started. Hey Ed, now you can add babysitting terrestrial douches to your job description. Fuck you, Bob. We're gonna have to kill Bob too, along with that purple-haired guy. Tony Redwood. I still can't believe you flew all this way to see Ed. Still can't believe you won't shut the hell up. He's always like this. Trust me, just let it go. Ouch. Maybe this guy's... These are operators. They process all the information that comes in here. Our efforts to protect the public are based around this total information network. Wait, those guys process it and send it to our databanks. They're sort of like the old dispatch operators. That's like him or the old BCP cops. There ain't that many of them left now. It's a map of Beyond. The government monitors virtually the entire colony around the clock. You can run, but you can't hide, huh? Exactly. Your toilet gets clogged, and they know about it before you do. Like... You need to become familiar. I wish... he would give like a little hint on exactly where to go. Like we can go back to forensics and see if he's made some progress.
おう、ジョナサン、分析結果が出とるぞ。
Oh yeah,
ゴルビーも頑張ってくれた。
that was quick
えらく
actually.
早いな。
Oh,
当たり前じゃ。ゴルビー。
Gorby is beautiful.
まずジョナサンから預かったカプセル剤じゃが。
Can't wait for more AI slop in the future.
ジョナサン、無駄足だったかもしれん。わざわざビヨンドまで来たようじゃが。4つのカプセルはどれも徳川製薬が扱う新薬じゃ。インドメタシン ZL。これはインドール誘導体を含む解熱鎮痛剤。次はパラディソン。これはペンゾジアゼジン誘導体を含む精神安定剤。そしてハイファイトミン。これは B12 を含む水溶性ビタミン。最後はフェドレジン。これは塩酸エンドルフィンを使った
Fedora capsule.
興奮性鎮害剤。
ビタミン剤、風邪薬、咳止め、精神安定剤。
麻薬の一種ではなかったのか。
Coincidence?
どうやらそうらしいの。これは単なる薬じゃ。それも発売済みのな。
なぜ北条はただの薬を大切に持っていたんだ。
何か細工があるんじゃないのか。製薬会社の社員なんだろ。
カプセルにマイクロフィルムを隠すとか。
そうまで言うのならこれを見てみるんじゃ。4つの薬品の成分と化学組成の分析結果は数値も何もかも徳川が申請している薬と全く一致する。さらにあまりよく知られてはおらんが、正規の薬には全てその内容薬が何であるかを示す製剤識別コードというものが薬の表面か包装に記号化されて示されているんじゃ。この白い部分のマークが徳川製薬製を示し、その横の数字が薬品名を示しとる。これらのカプセルもこの規定に従い製剤識別コードの表示と内容が一致する。つまりごく普通に大量流通している薬じゃ。どれも特別な薬ではなく何の共通性も見出せん。いやただ
どうした。
一つ腑に落ちんことがある。これを見てくれ。これはカプセルのコードの拡大画像や。こうしてみるとこのマークは確かに徳川製薬の識別コードなんじゃが、見るんじゃ。三つ葉葵の上の部分が欠けているじゃろ。今のプリント技術ではこんなミスは起こさん。
Look at the half leaf.
確かに欠けている。
しかもこの欠けている部分が右と左で対になってるんじゃ。4つのうち2つが左の刃が欠け、残り2つは右が欠けている。偶然じゃろうかな。
プリントミスでないとすると意図的な印。徳川製薬品の偽物じゃないのか。
それにもう一つ、このカプセルは封入式でなくキャップ式を採用している。キャップ式カプセルは半世紀も前に使われなくなってるんじゃ。
北条はどうしてこのカプセルを。このカプセルに何があるんだ。そしてこのカプセルのためにロレインも。
しかし徳川製薬が関係していることは間違いない。徳川製薬社員の行方不明、不可解な徳川製薬のカプセル。
ビクトル、歯の方はどうなんだ。
こっちの方はズバリじゃったよ。この葉はブラックポピーの葉じゃ。
ブラックポピー？
黒消しだ。合成麻薬ナークを作る原料となる。
ああ、ニュースで言ってたやつか。
そうだ。毎日合成麻薬ナークに関する事件は大変。
やはり麻薬絡みか。
ビヨンドにおける消し栽培は何年も前に完全に撲滅したはずだ。これはホームから密輸したものだろう。
となると北条は黒消しの密輸に関与していたのか？
それが見てくれ。これはこの葉の断面図。普通ホームで育った植物からは必ず大気汚染物質が検出されるんじゃ。じゃがこの葉はきれいなもんじゃ。きれいすぎる。
つまり地球外で栽培されたものということか。
さらに限定を裏付けるウイロイドの一種が検出された。
ウイロイド？
これがそうじゃ。植物細胞内に感染して増殖する病原体じゃ。しかもこれは5年前にビヨンド内だけで大流行したウイロイド S 型。
ということはこのビヨンド内のどこかで黒消しが栽培されているということか。密輸ではなく。
で、この葉が半分の意味は？
それはわからん。切断面から人工的に切断されているのは確かじゃ
が。ナーク取引の際の割り符かな。
さっきの製剤コードと関係しているとは思えないか。
You guys getting all this?
とにかく北条の失踪にはナークが絡んでる。そしてその舞台になっているのが徳川製薬。
ますます厄介だな。これまでにも徳川と麻薬の関係はささやかれていたんだが、上からの圧力もかかってうやむやになっている。数年前に本部長が AP を使って大々的に捜査を続けたが失敗に終わった。
それからか。ゲイツに根性がなくなったのは。
確証がつかめんことには手を出せん。ジョナサン、この件は思ったより根が深そうだ。下手すれば死人が増えることになる。
ともあれ、徳川製薬へ行ってみようぜ。北条の勤めている会社だ。何かわかるだろう。
徳川製薬なら案内しよう。ただし慎重に行こう、ジョナサン。
徳川製薬なら世話になったからな。酔い止め薬で。
他に質問は？
I think we're free. It's in your work contract to use AI at Microsoft. You get fired over not using it. At my work, they said you can use AI for like some things, but then you could get fired over using it for other things. I choose not to use it. I had a hamster as a kid. I forget what happened to it. It's very aggressive. Okay. I think oh, what about using the AI stuff? I think like some situations it's fine to use it, but like when it comes to, you know, looking up something, for example, just looking up something on Google, the only time I would use the AI there is when I already know the answer and I'm just looking for a little bit of confirmation bias. No, I did not do the give it the Maniac Mansion treatment. No, I think I think there were a few pets where they just didn't work out, and I think my parents just took it back to the pet store. Had an iguana. Like, these were pets too that I didn't ask for. They were given to me. Had a bunny too. Just ran around crapping everywhere. They loved eating wires. Yeah, those things. Take that back to the store. The only thing I can handle is cat. Okay, what do you think? Do you think we're finally ready? It's a big rush. You barely know... Get out of here, man. You barely know anything about the place. Why don't we talk to Victor some more? I thought we already got the lead on Tokugawa. Like, I guess it's Victor's medical gown. Like, Victor? I guess... Yeah, these two. What can you tell us about NARC? I saw a little bit about it on the news. It's a drug that first became popular with astronauts for relieving the pressures of the job. It's since spread throughout beyond and the rest of space. It's like in some parts of the game, I wanted to do a bit more, and the game just started moving forward anyway without me. And then this stuff, it's like, I'm ready to go, baby. I think we've been here, what, an hour and a half? You still don't know everything about this place. It's a semi-synthetic narcotic created through supercomputer drug design through black poppy opium, though black poppy opium serves as its base, of course. Even a few milligrams can kill you. Sounds great. It's difficult to detect in drug tests because it's taken in such small amounts. That's why it's so hard to prosecute users. They just need to look harder, that's all. We've had ways of detecting trace amounts of drugs for a long time. RIA testing, for example. That's true, yeah. Some screeners have just stopped trying. What? You telling me my decisions don't matter in this visual novel? It's all an illusion. I don't believe it. You know, the next game, I think we're doing King's Quest 6, the next game, and from what I remember, because I did play it once before, I think there's like different paths you can take, and slightly different endings, so that'll be a relief. I think I'll have just enough time to squeeze that in by the end of the year. Anyway, that's one of the reasons NARC's become so popular. People know the chances of being caught are next to none. The black poppy is a delicate plant, similar in ways to some orchids. Cultivating them would require a lot of money, effort, and the right technology. It's more than a one-man operation. It isn't easy growing black poppies in space. That's why the Mafia gave up on it several years ago. You couldn't grow them in such a harsh environment without adequate facilities. So the Mafia isn't behind this? I can't say for sure, but it's not one of their main areas of interest. You need the most up-to-date equipment to do it. Wouldn't be like bootlegging during Prohibition. The risk wouldn't be too great, it wouldn't be good business, but nevertheless, someone's responsible for it. Right. Then who the hell could it be? Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Is Tokugawa Group's fourth biggest moneymaker after Tokugawa Heavy Industries, Tokugawa Electronics, and Tokugawa Construction. Not seeing it's the aliens. It was Tokugawa. They were one of the first companies to expand into space development. They developed the first made in space versions of drugs like interferon and urokinase. They were practically an overnight success. The development of their immunosuppressive wonder drug, Cypolslid. Man, like imagine Kojima saying all this shit. He's not saying this. Used in organ transplants revolutionized pharmacology. Though of course the development of mass transplantation, where you mask the organ's antigens with antibody fragments and avoid post-op rejection, hindered the need for it. I think that's... They lead the pharmaceutical industry not only on Beyond, but throughout space. Their work with the cancer drug Paclitaxel, their SAS medicine, calcium foods. It's like, holy shit, Yoshi games need more of this. Do you get these kind of massive explanations in Hamtaro games? Their list of successes goes on and on. Much like this conversation. Are we done? Here. We already showed him all this shit. How about... Can I just talk to this guy? I know he doesn't... How's life, Gorby? We already talked to him earlier. Like, is this a door? It's on those bookshelves. Them. Old books on anatomy and pathology. Brought them with me from home. Still use them? Of course not. I get all my information online. No one uses antique media like those anymore. So they're like mementos? I suppose. I can never bring myself to throw them away. I bet you know the feeling, don't you? How about now? Why do I even bother? Flugo and Flugo Plus. Nothing can be like bruh. Like, this is for categories, or any kind of topics, starting with A, B, and C. And every single one of these, I think I started off, I think the list is growing as the game's progressing. But like, we can learn about bird leg, where people's legs appear thinner in weightlessness due to bodily fluids concentrating in the upper half of the body, the phenomenon known as moon face. That's just one of these. Please let me leave. Let me leave. Please. Please. Thank Christ. We're free.
BCP だ。さあ、捜査に出かけよう。橋はそこに BCP のポリスカーがある。あれで現場へ向かおう。
I wish we could. Can we ride one of these? Merchant hamster tried to overcharge for a single pill. Hamsters taking pills? It's a Goddard EMPS model. Maybe I should play one of those one of these days. Appropriate for the colony age, huh? He's almost like a robot compared to the Yuri I tested. Alright, let's get out of here, I guess.
BCP の最新型ポリスカーだ。ビヨンド内では無公害車両しか走行してはいけないことになっている。排気ガスゼロ、電気6、ソーラー4の併用車だ。
それでここにはガソリンスタンドがないのか。
充電スタンドならあるがな。ホームと違ってバッテリーの重金属回収も徹底されている。
It's a BCP police car. This doesn't look like top of the line shit. Compare these to these. A good Samaritan? Persistent case of the flu? That's precious. Oh, you know, we never went to Hojo's house. That was an option from the start.
ダメだ。北条の住所がわからん。
Really?
どうして BCP のデータバンクで簡単に
徳川系の社員情報は BCP のコンピューターからアクセスできないんだ。徳川に関するあらゆるデータは企業秘密として法律で守られている。だから名簿にも載っていない。
バカな、この時代に。
Trades, everything's a trade secret, right? Yeah, I forget what year it is in game, but I think it should be around 2025. Wait, hold on. I bet it's got all this shit. What year is it? Can I look up the year? Hold on. Yuri accident. I think that's our accident that we had. The accident occurred. Okay, so it is... Or no, it hasn't been... I think it's been 28 years? This is 2041. The car is still looking like this shit. Whatever. What year is this?
ジョナサン、乗れよ。
何年ぶりかな、江戸の無茶な運転を体験するのは。
ホームのスポーツカーとは違う。そんなにスピードはね。
The pussy it's our pussy wagon.
のサポートシステムを搭載した知能カーだ。
ちょっとは安心だな。
That's a relief. Love all these cutscenes.
なんだ？
あれが最新のパトロールの方法だ。コロニー内をわずか数十分で巡回できる。
俺たちはまさに時代遅れだな。
さあ、俺たち流の捜査に出かけよう。
Oh, okay. Going full lethal weapon.
タバコはダメだ。
禁煙者か。
コロニー内での喫煙は禁止なんだ。
このタバコは副流煙の出ないものだ。肺がんになるのは俺だけです。
ここはホームとは違う。ここでの喫煙は立派な犯罪だ。しかも肺を提供するドナーにもなれん。道徳的にも恥じる行為だ。
火はつけん。口に加えてるだけだ。
しかしいつからだ？昔は吸わなかったろ。
迷惑はかけん。
ここにしばらくいればやめられるさ。
そうかな。
そうさ。必ず吸わなくなる。そのうちな。
No sucking allowed.
ここが徳川製薬のビヨンド研究所だ。まずはここから捜査に取り掛かろ
う。Okay. Let me... I don't know how many acts there are. I'm gonna guess 3. 3's a good number. Okay. I think I'm just gonna call it here for today. I think this is an okay place to call it and pick it up on Saturday, Sunday. This Tokugawa manufacturer Flugo Plus. It's an interesting, game. I mean, it's really just one of these older visual novel games, which I think, it was originally out on PC-98, and I think PC-98 was pretty well known for a lot of those old Japanese visual novel type games. Makes sense. It's interesting. I do like the I mean, the details a bit much, but it's still interesting. Like how many games have that much stuff in it? Very, very interactive. I told you, right? I had this list of all the differences between. Because I had to choose what version. I could have gone for the. I think there's a translation version for the PlayStation and the Saturn version. I went with the Saturn because I saw it was. Overall, there was a bit more stuff in it. I guess here there was additional scenes, altered dialogue, and a handful of scenes, additional character close-ups, additional breast bouncing interactions, and uncensored bouncing. Sony censored the PlayStation version by having the bouncing animation toned down. Also, it looks like it's a bit smoother animation on all the cutscenes. It goes from like 15 to 24 FPS. I'm just glad I got some subtitles. it's like it was right on the fence. I don't know. I'm never for censoring stuff. If things are too crazy, I just won't stream it. But man, there's some crazy stuff that can get streamed. I remember seeing someone play Tender Loving Care and just full on boobage, like all over the place. Because if you look up what you can show on Twitch, it's like, as long as that's not the focus of the game, as long as like I guess you're not interacting too much, like you can show a lot. It's just not like full frontal. I guess boobs are okay now. I don't know. Whatever. Streamed Haunting Ground. Yeah, that was some. I really liked Haunting Ground. I know it wasn't too popular. The games that a lot of the PS2 games I stream aren't too popular for streams, but I still like them. There's a lot of good ones. But I think this is probably going to end up like a 3 or 4 stream game because there's just so much in there. I can't be reading all this stuff, you know. And as I noticed, a lot of this does come up in just natural conversation with the characters. So I think this is more like, you know, if you forgot what a certain term was, you can always go back here and check it out, which is cool. Because it uses like all sorts of acronyms and BS. No one could keep track of all that. Huey. Good boy. Anyway, that's it. That's it for me. I do plan on being around for some slightly longer streams on Saturday, Sunday. And natural conversation around cluster transplantation. Like all sorts of crazy stuff. Like, it can't just be Kojima coming up with all this. He has to know crazy people. It's like, oh, have you considered putting this in there? Whatever. Anyway. Thank you all for watching, as always. And I will see you on Saturday with more of this. Bye.